Fuck the morphogenetic field. Fuck Zero Junior and Senior. And fuck Clover, hopefully.
You keep changing your answer, my dude. You gotta just pick one. You gotta pick final answer. Who's best girl with all the knowledge?
Despite the fact that she either does
hold
not
on.
have a vagina.
Let me finish. Who's the best girl? Definitively, final answer locked in. And why is it Luna?
Despite the fact that either she does not have a vagina or it's completely mechanical.
Okay, so she probably has the outer vagina because they have synthetic skin, and it looks extremely similar. You'd probably not be able to tell. And she has a mouth, right? She has the mouth. So logically, she should have a vagina. It's just the question is how far would it go? Because
that depends on how horny her creator was.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. I kind of wonder, did Zero Senior, did he think that far ahead? He's like, the possibility exists that someone would have sex with Luna during the AB or during the Nonary game, so I better include a vagina on my robot. All right. Anyway, we are here in Q. Just don't ignore that save data. It was totally there before. So the final room of the game is called Q. It's just a white room.
With a cube.
With a cube. And I think this cube is just floating here.
How the hell is it doing that?
Who knows?
Pretzel M&Ms?
I fucking love these things.
Thank you! Fuck, you're like the only person in my house that likes these.
Good for you then. You gotta keep them all to yourself.
Fair enough. Why don't you touch to see if anything happens?
Oh, God. Alright, we have a choice here. Going straight middle?
Yeah.
It's fucking Minesweeper, my dude.
I've never understood Minesweeper.
So I'm actually... Oh, right! So we were looking at one plane of the cube. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this wall of text for a second, and just this is the difficulty scale of Virtue's Last Reward. It kind of goes just whoop, right at the end, just way up. This, I think, was one of the big puzzles on our first time through that I had to use a guide for. Yeah,
okay, well.
Minesweeper's a frustrating game.
You just selected random ones?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what I need to do, though. Okay, I'm gonna just for sure read it again. Winning and losing panels in the wall. Oh! Oh.
Oh. What?
When you select a panel on the cube, it will display a number. Each surrounding panel will also display a number. This number indicates the number of winning panels that border each panel. So you see here, so the winning panel is the set of 3 and then the one on top. So if you have a winning panel, then I don't know why it counts it, but that counts as a winning. Whatever. So basically, we just need to go through. Yeah, and here it's saying something I was confused about before. Adjacent walls don't provide hints for one another. Each hint is specific to that wall. So I was thinking, like, since it's a cube, they would be reflected on each other, but no. There are a total of 8 puzzles hidden in the walls. Okay, so... Okay, so basically, like, this one, I imagine it would be... These ones here. So, like, this entire bottom row, it looks like. So, one is basically our border. So we just need to click on everything that has a... What the fuck? So let's just jump out, and we need to click on the wall now. Oh, nope. Okay.
Oh!
What the hell?
What in the hell?
Interesting. So that's how this one works. Looks like there's more of them. We should keep looking. So there's a total of 8 of these that are going to pop out.
Alright.
There's a screen down here. Looks like it's the only part you can actually interact with.
But it's dark, there's nothing on it.
Of course, we choose the one that has our ending. So we can't do anything with this one just yet.
But memory cards, right?
Fucking course. Wait. There might be something right there. Maybe? Nope. Alright, then. Okay, so I think there's still... Yeah, there's still something over here. Dice!
Yay!
Okay, so we don't know the,
Yeah.
the orientation it needs to go in. You've got... Hey, there's a
An
blue...
AV card.
Yeah, blue memory card. Okay. I'm gonna move on to this wall. I don't think there would be anything by the door. So it looks like there's just one right there. Right here. Dart game. My favorite.
Shit, not that again.
Don't have any darts though. That's a dartboard.
I've never seen it.
Come on, who hasn't seen a dartboard before?
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, I thought I've seen it somewhere in the building before. Since this board is different from the normal dartboard, you know?
So, fun fact, Sigma did not see this board before. That was in a different timeline.
I kind of guessed that.
Let's try it out.
What do you mean, try it out?
Isn't that obvious? There's only 2 ways to use a dartboard. Either you use it to hold a pizza or you throw it. I can think of a few more reasons to use, a few more ways to use a dartboard.
Yeah, but they're not as important as holding pizza.
No darts though. Okay, so there's something like right next to the door. So like... Ah, okay. There's the safe, along with a hologram thing, remember, from before?
Yeah.
No, not that.
You're on the...
Oh, I am on the Zoom. Okay, I wonder if we
select
can...
the safe.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. I think I've seen something like this before. Oh, you mean one of those exercise machines where you twist your hips around?
No, I don't think so. This doesn't look like a fitness machine to me.
It looks kind of like a Roomba. Kind of ruins it when you take it so seriously.
This is damn it! I can't remember. Fine, you fucked it up.
There's nothing on it.
How do we turn it on?
I don't know if I know. Yeah. I'm gonna see if there's anything else here. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's just that one again. Something down here. Something down here. Room up. Hey, look, darts! Actually, do this one first.
Why? Why you go back in?
That is odd. You're doing it in the wrong order. There might be another device you need to activate first before this one will stay out. Okay. Alright, so green memory card.
Those missiles? They're darts.
Look over here. I think that's the green memory card.
Can't get it out though, the boss is covering it.
I think we can get some darts out though.
I don't care. I'll grab a couple.
Bunch of tiny sidewinders, huh? You know, the ones they mount on the underside of fighter planes?
Those aren't missiles. They're darts.
Alright, so now we can play darts. Blue, and the third one to be red. Get a score of 100. Yeah, I know. That's weird. I could have sworn I've seen these darts somewhere before. Whatever. Time for some darts. Okay, so first one has to be green. I'm go 39. How much is 14 times 2?
28. 26.
No, you had it right. 28.
28.
I could do 22. I need to get up though. I'll do that. And then 67. 100 minus 67. 3. I need 33 with this last one. And I can get that with. Perfect. I'm so bad at darts.
Piece of cake, you see that? My dart skills are undeniable.
Yes, I saw it quite clearly. It was very nice. Do you really think you had to stand the whole 2 meters and 37 centimeters away from the dartboard, though?
I'm a fair man. My high school boy would be most likely to be a judge, you know.
Okay, okay. That's great and all, but look. See the display case? It's open.
Great! Come get the green memory card.
Gonna have to pull out all the stops on this job.
Sounds like you're in a heist movie.
Should I have worn a catsuit?
I
don't know, pilot. Should I have?
think I just threw up a little.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Anybody in a heist movie wears a sweet suit.
Alright, let's put this shit in. Green card, huh? Well, let's see if anything happens when I put it in the green slot. The answer's no. It's not. Oh, something down here. I think that's it. It's another one of these things. It's got some kind of weird patterns on it. Maybe something's missing. Okay. Oh shit, this is the one. Yeah. Yeah, this is weird. So like this one, they need to be connected.
Damn.
What?
I tried looking up Temiyoshi and Akatsuki, but nothing.
Oh, sad!
People, get on that!
Please. Something just slid out from the wall. Okay, so it looks like we need to make a general V shape.
There's something odd in there.
Sorry, I don't mean to skip through the good dialogue. Alright, looks like you've got a red memory card. Can't get to them, though. They've got glass doors. Punch through them! Alright, here goes.
Don't!
This is reinforced glass. The only thing you're gonna do is break your hand. Oh, yeah,
my hands are...
I actually think it's this way. I think we need to make them all red. I feel like I've done this puzzle somewhere before. Ah, well. Green. Green. Green.
You gotta get all the triangles, too.
That's not right. What if I do that, then that, okay, hold on.
Ah.
This is tricky. Okay. So let's... I don't think that's it.
We're close, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, it's...
Well, figure out which ones activate which one, then try it off.
No. So it'll always activate the ones right next to them. So you see, like, this hexagon.
Oh, wait, I got an idea.
So what if I did that? And then... See, the problem are these two triangles right here, because the only thing that activate them would be the hexagons, unfortunately, and themselves. So I just need to... These ones are really pissing me off. Do you have an idea, though?
I thought I had one. Hit that triangle you were just on? No.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Hit the top one. Then hit that one right there.
Oh, maybe. Problem is, that takes 3 moves, and we still have so much green to get through.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea, though. So what if I did that, then that? No. Oh, hold on. No.
I think it said that top one, you hit the middle triangle.
Oh, maybe. So like this one. Yeah. Oh. Or maybe we just don't even bother with these, because like that goes there, then that.
Remember that top one.
Wait. Which order did I do it? I did that. Then that? What? No, what did I just do before? That,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, so then... this triangle.
Yeah, then we have to deal with those two.
Okay. So let's do that, 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 that. I don't know where I was going with that, honestly. Okay, so if we do this... I kind of like this idea, though, because we're trying to, like, get them all centered to each other. Ooh, hold on. Do that. No, fuck. That doesn't work. Yeah, we're trying to get them all closer together.
Hit the 2 triangles that are next to the top one. Yeah,
These ones?
Oh, wait, no. Fuck, that's right. I forgot the top one.
These triangles are really pissing me off, these upper ones.
Yeah.
So what if I did that, then that... No, I don't want to turn anything green, actually. That... Okay, so it's all about elimination.
Wait. Hit that center triangle. Then hit the side greens. Yeah, the hexagons.
Like these ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit the other one. Ah, crap, no.
Yeah. I like the idea, though. If I did that, then that. Shit.
What would that bottom one? No, the bottom triangle.
This one?
No, in the center. One right below the. I was gonna say the one below that one.
This one?
No, below the triangle you just pressed. That one.
So start with this one?
Yeah. What does it do?
Turns everything green.
Then. Wait. I thought I had something.
Okay, I'll let you do your thing. And I'll
Hit
do
that one again. Then the 2 bottom. No, not triangles. The hexagons on the sides.
This one?
Yeah.
And then this one?
Yeah. Then hit the bottom middle one again? Yeah. Damn, no!
Yeah, unfortunately triangles don't connect to each other. It's really annoying. Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, I fucked it up. How to do this? Oh. Maybe? Sort of. Almost. Okay.
Almost.
Idea to, put them all together and then eliminate them in one fell stroke. Easy stroke. The problem is these ones are so tightly connected to each other.
Hexagons.
This is just what I did before.
Alright, fine.
So, like, I don't know how to get rid of these, like, green ones without fucking up everything around them. Because, like, I don't want those side hexagons to do... Actually... What if I did that? Or just did it again? Or... What did I do before? So I did... Okay. I know everything looks a lot more green now, so that's fine. These... Okay, hold on. I think I had something there. What did I just do? So I did... I'm so fucking lost. Alright. Go ahead.
Here, you want me to try?
Yeah.
I had an idea.
We can make it all green.
Yeah, that was my goal. Fuck.
Oh! Motherfucker!
Nice!
Did I solve it? I didn't.
Yeah, that must be the answer.
That must be.
Glass doors.
They're open. Well done, Sigma. That was some good work. Shit, dude. It's a binder.
Except book.
There's only a single piece of paper in here. It says Q chamber, special AV gate.
You found them.
I'm sure it's nothing. And now we can get out.
Do we have one more card?
Shh, don't worry about it. Okay. So we did the darts. We haven't done anything there. We need the dice puzzle still, so maybe there's something up here. I think we already did that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This whole wall seems kind of empty.
That's because it is.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't feel like there'd be anything there. There might be something still here. Let's try this one again then. No. Because that was the... What's the dice puzzle then? Are we not good? Are we not done?
Maybe...
Oh, hold on. There's something right in the middle here.
Yeah.
Or... maybe not. Okay, so that one was the bottom... Okay, that one was the bottom 6 here, so let's look this again. They might just be bordering them, so these 6. So this one here, it says it's bordering 3. So I wonder if it's like... So I wonder if it's... like not these. Like that or something? I don't know, let's look again. far up does it go? So there's one there. So then it'd be... I'm thinking like... There's gotta be something here. Yeah, because you see like these wire things, something should pop out like near it. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try again. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, wrong. Okay, so these 4 were here. So if this one says 3, then it's bordering 3. 1, 2, 3, right? So there should be something there.
I don't think there's anything that can pop up because it'd be right next to that.
No, it has to. So, like, see, over here, there's one up here, but this one only goes up 2. So I think I have it right, I just don't know why it's not activating. Am I missing something?
Try on the all the way on the other side. On the right side.
So, I did have it all the way to the end. Okay, so this one here. So here, this 3x2 block is the thing that we already have popped out. So this one right up here, it's saying it borders 2. So one here, one there, and then this one. So maybe it doesn't go that way. Yeah, I feel like I have it right then. Oh, hold on. Maybe it's like... This is dumb, but... Like that. How the fuck does this form? Oh my god. I think I just need to map this out, honestly. I'm not gonna... Good way of visualizing this. Because the numbers disappear just too quickly. Alright, so let's just go from bottom to top. 3, 3, and 4. Okay, so here's kind of the grid that I have laid out. So you can see, here's the boxes. So this one is bordering 4. So this one should be something, this one should be something, and then this one should be something.
Alright.
So, if that's the case, so like, yeah. So let's look at the wall again. So, that one should be something, that one should be something. For sure. This one's bordering 2. The problem is, I just don't know if it includes itself. So if we do there, this one says it's bordering 3. That one says it's bordering 2. So that one's probably empty. That would be 3. This one needs to border 2, so it needs another one here, I think. But then this one's bordering 0. What if I just do... No. I think that one goes on, maybe... There's nothing here.
I don't think anything will come out too, because it's gonna get in front of that screen.
Yeah, nothing would go in front of it, so I wonder if maybe... that one and that one?
Try, take out that top line and just go all the way across on that bottom left.
This one? Oh my god. Okay, so we've got books now.
Like a nerd.
Dice. Looks like 4 purple books. Let's go through each one of them. Alright, well, D says... there's nothing written here. I mean, all the pages are blank. Are the other books the same?
Have a look.
It's almost like the goal isn't to have books there. No, the pages are all blank. It's just... well, there's some pictures put in between the pages back here. 3 of them, it looks like. Oh yeah, we still have that thing that we didn't look at before. So we have 5 and 1. Okay, okay, oh, okay. So, looking at this from head on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. One up. Blue. 1. Okay, and then 4 across. 1, 2, 3. Or sorry, there should be 2 up for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Blue. 5. And then for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. 3, 4 up. Green. 6. 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. Green. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. 3 up. Red 3. 4 across. 5 up. Red 4. Hints for the AB game, Q Edition. 3 people will definitely choose Ally. 3 people will definitely choose Betray. 1 is Mysterious Mirror Man. He will always do whatever his opponent does. First answer, strive for 9 with 6 cooperators. Second answer, we must be the only ones to surpass 9. Alright, I'm sure that's important for later. Alright, now for dice. Okay, so if we're going by the same rules that I set forth before, then let's 5 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2 up. So this is actually the correct spacing, but we need it to be on the 1. There we go. 4 across and 4 up. 4 across and 4 up. So that's right. It needs to be on 5. Where are you, 5? 4 across, 4 up. Yeah. Okay, then we need 5 across, 4 up. I see where the problem might lie here. So that's there. It needs to be on 6. Ah, oh, fuck!
I'm sorry for your loss.
Here, let me... Across 2 up. 1. Yeah, okay, that was a lot easier. 4 across, 4 up. 3, 4. Needs to be on 5. Okay. Green. 5 across, 4 up. Needs to be on 6. 4 across, 6 up. Needs to be on 2. Move this red one out of the way. Where's the 2? There's 2. Okay, then the red one is 5 across, 3 up. Needs to be on 3. Perfect. Then 4 across and 5 up. What? I have this one in the wrong place then. Needs to be 4. Right?
Check the pictures.
4 across, 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Shit. There you go. Okay, let me just double check. So the blue one should be 5 across, up 2. Okay? The next blue, the 5, should be across 4, and then up 4. The 6 green should be 5 across, up 4. Green 2 should be 4 across, up 6. Okay. Red 3 should be 5 across, up 3. Red 4 should be 4 across and up 5. Okay, so then this is correct. This is sweet. I'm just gonna use the Indian MO thing. So actually no. Screenshot phone maybe. That might be good. That might be good. This is correct. Yeah, let's look at those pictures again. That looks right. Yeah.
Oh, go back to the red. Oh, 4. Never mind.
Oh, you're right. The positioning of the dice has to be the exact same. So you see how there's 4 on the front of the blue dice and then 2 on the other one?
Oh.
Okay, so...
You gotta switch out that
yeah,
one.
this one needs to be switched, so it needs 2 on the front. Okay, I see the 2 now. There we go. Okay, and then let's do red next, so 2 on the front for both of those. There's 2.
And the red also had 2.
I was just making sure I had the right number. Okay, so 3 on top, 2 in front. I had both of them wrong. Perfect. Wait, what?
What was the number for that bottom? Wasn't it 3? Yeah.
Oh, it was. I thought it was 5. Yeah, that would be impossible because you can't have 5 and 2 are always on opposite sides. The opposite sides of a dice always equal 7. Okay, so
Really?
yeah,
I didn't know
that's how
that.
they make dice. Okay, so 3 is on top, 2 is on front.
Yeah.
Just keep turning it. I've almost got it.
Okay.
Almost got it.
I don't think he got it. I was gonna say, just do it from that top one.
Okay, so now I have them completely backwards.
This is going great.
Mm-hmm. I know. Okay, so there's that. There we go. Okay. I can see where the difficulty lies in this puzzle now. Okay, so I've got it in the right positioning. Just
Do it like
just not in the right place. My stomach is yelling at me right now. Alright. I think I actually have to futz with some of the other ones first. Okay, so hold on. I'm sure this is very funny.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So we need to get this exact position. Oh, Jesus, this is so fucking hard.
Can I try?
You know what? I'm gonna. Okay, so we got the blue ones down. I'm just gonna move this one to the side. We'll just handle the green ones next. So 6 and 2 on the front. Oh, very close. Very, very, very close. Okay, I got it. Wrong position though. Maybe we need a 6 and 2. No, that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I'll just deal with the hands I've been dealt here. Okay, that should be good. And the other one was 3 in the front.
There's 2 on top.
2 on top, 3 in front. Okay, so 2 on top, 3 in the front. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 on top.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
you go.
that's it. That's perfect. So the other red one we have correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just this one again. 3 on top. 2 on bottom. Shit.
Yeah, good. Yeah!
My brain is so wrinkly.
Nice.
That is without a doubt one of the hardest puzzles in the
Got it.
game.
I feel like you do a good job. Have a look at this. Hey, it opened.
Oh, thank God. I have no clue how to get the other password, though. Oh, right. Okay, so here we go. U, S, A, and B are all pairs consisting of 2 people. C, D, and E are solos consisting of a single person. First move the pairs A and B to the blank areas on the left on pair. Next move the solos C, D, and E to the blank areas on the left over solo. Press the X button. A pair and a solo assigned vertically with VS between them. Face off against one another. Once an opponent has been selected, the game will begin. Choose the vote for the us pair, either ally or betray. The results of your match will be displayed along with the results from the other teams. If the correct number of people reach this target BP after playing 3 rounds, the game will be completed. Okay, so for this one, it was...
I think the second answer is the...
Strive for 9 with 6 cooperators, and we must be the only ones to surpass 9. So for the second answer, which we want to get first, we want to make sure that we have the betrayers against each other. We don't know where any of them are, though, so let's just do this. Okay, and there's also a mirror person who will always do what we do. So there's 3 rounds?
Yeah.
So let's do ally. Okay, so we had the mirror person there. So C is the mirror. That was real quick. So A, allies. E, allies. Or do I have that backwards? Yeah, I have it backwards. So B, always allies. I'm just gonna write this down. B and... Yeah, because they would be the ones with... Alright. C, mirrors. And then A and E, betray. So we need to make sure that you know, we have an ally, one of the people that always allies, you know, B, friendly old B, never hurt anybody. Wait, what? Oh, these are pairs. Fuck. Okay, so then we'll just have friendly old D. D here is going to be our solo for this round. You know, okay, so we can only, we're the only ones that get to escape. So, you know, A's got a lot of points. We better set them up with someone that betrays, like E, you know? Ooh. C, on the other hand, C always mirrors what they do, so, you know what, they earn a little bit of points. So we'll just betray this time. So we're at 8. D is dead. C's got a lot of points. We need to make sure that they are against someone who will also betray. It really doesn't matter who. So let's just do A. So, you know, they don't get to win. Us, and we'll put P down because that's easy. All right, we need 2 points. So, you know, D always allies. We'll just make sure we're good, and then we have to make sure that the last pair doesn't do anything. Actually, D is dead, so this is fine. And then E, what does E do? E always betrays. B always allies, so E's gonna get 3 points. Oh fuck, we can't do that. Son of a bitch. Okay, how do we rearrange this then, Pilot? Are you even paying attention to my drunken rant here? All right, so E can't. No, E, this will be fine. No, shit. No. Okay. Okay, so we know the orders now. So C always mirrors, so we need to choose somebody that we can betray in the first round, get an early lead. So B and D always ally. So we'll do B, or D. Pairs never change, so we'll just put the pairs up there. Okay. So C and E, C always mirrors, and E always betrays. So we need to put E with C, but that doesn't work. Fuck. So B always allies, so let's put C with them. They can only get 2 points that way. Then E and A will be with each other, and then they get 0, so we'll betray. So we get 3. Alright, so we're in the lead now. Do we want to just keep doing that?
Yeah.
No, not C. C. E always betrays. D is super nice.
I'm gonna abuse that.
Yeah, we're gonna completely abuse that. B and C can just be buddies. Oh, but we have to betray A and okay, who has the least amount of points? D. You know, D can be with ally. You know, so they can both A and D.
Doesn't C copy us though?
C does copy us, so let's switch those around.
And
So
doesn't E always betray?
oh, fuck. Okay, actually, yeah, you're right. So let's copy us, and then A betrays, and D allies. So A is gonna get some points, but they're only at 3.
D is gonna die though.
So then let's do this. A and E betray each other. They don't get any points.
Fuck them.
B and D, they both ally. So B's gonna get dangerously close. So let's do C always mirrors, so ally this time. Okay, so we need to make sure that B and C do not get 2 points. So they can't win any points. So let's, B is a pair, so let's just make them do the same thing as each other. But they always ally. Fuck. Okay, let's not.
Doesn't A always betray?
A does always betray.
And put him on C.
Okay. And then B allies, so we need to make sure that E betrays them, and then D always allies, so fuck it! Going for full points here. Alright. Cool. Playing the mind games with that one.
Was that the extra one, or?
Yeah, this is the extra one.
Okay,
Moon,
cool.
Sun, Star. Moon, Sun, Star. Perfection. I'm so glad, Pilot. We managed to get through Q without using a guide at all. This is literally the hardest room in the entire series.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing in the next game that will be any harder than this. Alright. Not that. Okay,
Striper
so
9 with
six
6
cooperators. So this one's actually pretty easy. So we just need to make sure the betrayers are with each other. So A and E will always betray each other. C will always copy. B and D always
ally.
So we just need to do this 3 times. Wait, with 6 cooperators?
Yeah.
Fuck. So that's only 4. So then...
I believe this is yours.
I think we're off to a good start. We can still do this. No, I don't...
How about for the second one, do it again, and then... No. Put the betrayers with allies. For this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens.
He always betrays, so let's do... We didn't make sure the B always... or the C always copies an ally, then. So this is going to be a little... No, we wouldn't be able to do that. Swap those 2 around. So D always allies, A always betrays, E always betrays. We're just right back to this, huh?
Yeah, switch that to E and C.
So C mirror the A, and they will betray each other. B and E. Yeah, so I think this is about as good as it's gonna get.
Shit.
Yeah, we need to make sure 6 people get to. So fuck A and B.
Oopsie.
A always betrays, B always allies. So we're gonna let B die. E betrays them and they get 3 points. So E is fine. We need 6? Is this even possible for everybody to get 9? Oh, 6 people. So the pairs probably count as 2. So then we probably would have been fine if we just kept going with what we had been doing.
Oh.
Okay. So if that's the case, then we actually need to focus on A. Then we'll let D always allies. So let's get A out of here, and then C. So we'll just. I don't think this will get us quite to the point. So yeah. Okay. So if that's the case, then we'll just always ally. Then us and C can get out of here together. If we do D always allies, E always betrays. So there's 3 in the first set are getting out. A and D, A betrays, A is the pair, so 2 there, so that's 5, and then E always. So this, yeah, A, B, C. Got a little bit of thought there, but should still work. Yeah, that's what you get for always allying. Okay, I think we're doing this wrong. Then I think we have to get everybody to 9.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks. So that means that I don't think we can have anybody betray an ally. I think.
But they can't betray each other or they'll get nothing.
Also true, but they wouldn't lose anything. So we need to have the overall group total go up with each round.
Alright.
Okay, so if you betray someone, okay, so we need to make sure the copier always goes with someone who allies. No, how the fuck would this work? So let's do... No, we wouldn't be able to do it that way. So no one can be betrayed, basically, ever. So let's have the betrayers with each other. The first round. You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. It doesn't really fucking matter. So we'll do ally. Everybody goes up by 5. I don't know. Instructions are unclear here. Yeah, the problem is there's just I don't really see a way that we could get everybody out. So let me look at that again. Strive for 9 with 6 cooperators. Three people will definitely choose ally. 3 people will definitely choose betray. 1 is mysterious mirror man. So it seems to imply that maybe we just did something wrong. Yeah, I think we just did something wrong before.
Nice. Got it. All right, this is it. We're done with all the puzzles in the game.
Time for the movie. Yeah. We just need to remember these symbols right here.
Sun, moon.
You got it. All right. Scott, I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. Look at this bird over there.
Wow, that's a really nice bird. Oh fuck! What's the password? Ah!
Access morphogenics, baby.
I did it!
Yeah!
Yeah, morphogenics! I remembered.
Yeah. What are those?
Oh my god! Look what we found!
Oh.
Yeah, because we haven't cured Alice or Quark in this time.
So they decide, hey, let's give them two.
Okay then.
Let's see what's in here. First off, we've got
dude,
2 star key cards.
that's hardly the most interesting in there. We can use these to play the AB game as much as hold on. Those keys are important, but look at this. I thought he was gonna pick up the key. Round 6 cure. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank God. I don't know what to say. Quark is gonna be okay.
Is he crying? Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Get this stuff to Quark now. First, let's go back to the medical room and copy as much as we fucking can.
Yeah, that probably is a good idea, considering we found out in the Clover timeline, and I think the Alice timeline?
There's 3 then, in general.
No, we found out that everybody is infected with it.
No, 3 things of
Or, sorry, it was the X-Elevator. Yeah, you're right, you're right. This key should be a trick.
I should open the... You should open the exit.
Let's get moving. But I want to enjoy this room some more.
No.
Okay.
You're in the zoom in.
I just want to make it green, you know?
Aw. No. You guys ready? I'll sit here.
Actually, I'm curious about something. Is it... No, it wouldn't do that.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
2,
2.
3.
Stop that! Jeez. One more time. 3, 2, 1. What do you guys said, Miyuji?
You're just gonna leave that panel green? Yeah, of course I am. Oh my god, it's still there!
It opened.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse then.
Wait, I heard something.
Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something?
What?
You didn't hear it? It came from over here.
Hey? What are you doing here?
Sounds like something turning on. See? I told you! This screen was on before.
You're right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
It looks like an authentication screen. I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed the illustration. The lion is
We have to do another puzzle.
eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun.
Oh, hey, do you remember the password?
No.
Because I think I remember it.
The lion is eating the memento mori. Remember death. If the 9th lion ate the sun.
So this is the one that you got mixed up. 3, 4.
Or there were a few others.
Oh, okay, I missed them. Oh, of course.
This was the real 9th lion. But if that was the case,
Remember everything. So, Pilot.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, Kirishiki. Yes, I knew that. I was just
You still haven't figured it out, have you?
Kirishiki Jumpy Doll. No.
You haven't figured it out.
No,
Dude,
fucking
they basically handed you it on a silver platter. You don't know who Karashiki is.
It's the old woman.
Look!
You're half right.
Oh. You're...
Connie.
Wait, what?
Her name
Dude,
is Connie
her last name is Akane her name is Akane Kurashiki. They told you that in the first game.
He walked towards her. Slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away. He reached out.
So, Pilot,
She's a hologram.
do you remember what I asked you at the end of the first game?
No.
How much do you know
Connie.
about Schrodinger's cat?
Close hand on empty air. Oh my god, what the fuck? A sad silence, then she began to speak. Y'all suck, he just goes away.
You finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand.
Oh, they're gonna make popcorn.
Oh, I will.
Now, where to begin? You probably have a great many questions. What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan. All of this was required for the success of the AP project. I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan. The nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Phi, none Timmy of you, certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is? I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum. That makes this the quantum room.
It took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large...
Take a look at the butt of the room.
That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Junior.
And
as
also
well as the
Luna.
golems. All of them do their thing
That is Luna
in
right
that
there.
box.
Sigma, put your dick
That's
away.
strange, though. It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts
Just imagine
are in this
Sigma's just like,
box.
so this is what houses the mind, just like stroking the computer, and somewhere else Luna just...
Perhaps humans are the same. With our minds and thoughts existing
Her legs are shaking.
our
I forget who she's in a room with.
We
Are you
all
okay?
have individual brains.
Something terribly wrong.
It's like she has to put
And
a
have
hand over her
devoted
mouth. It's like,
individual wills.
oh,
Makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, non-verbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree.
Full of termites.
You can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another. But this
And also
isn't
full of
the
cats.
case.
And poison.
If you expand your view and look at the root
And
system
cat
of
termites.
3 dimensions, instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk. In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions. Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Timmy, you mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension, I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In 1 dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions, and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces. Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you've formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that 4th dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time, Project? The A represents after, and the B represents before.
Uh-huh. Okay,
It
I believe
probably
you.
sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do. How can I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
What? Like flying high were outsiders trespassing on something we had no right to see. What?
This is such a good twist.
Miyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him. At Junpei?
Unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin.
So that's why he trusted Clover.
The next
How we
time
got-
we meet.
How he got Clover to trust him. He told her who he was.
I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
So Violet,
Sigma? Fine.
where's the old woman?
You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
It's in the cryopod, isn't it?
Akane, wait!
Oh,
The answer's no.
Tenryoji. I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day.
Yeah, you did. Holy shit.
But I'm going to have to ask you to wait.
There's more cheese and sandwich on that bitch.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wait. Akane!
Akane! Stupid
then-
green panel.
Then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking.
Yep, his full name is Junpei Tenmyoji.
Oh, really? That was his last name. I didn't know
Uh-huh.
that. I saw tears laying on the white knuckles.
Such a
His
fucking
teeth
good way to
crushed.
do that because we only get his first name in the first game. We only get his last name in this game, which
Good
makes
point.
sense. When you in Japan, older people, so when someone's older than you and you don't know them that well, you tend to refer to them by their last name.
Shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket.
So it all comes together now. So let me ask you a question. There's a problem here, isn't there?
Yeah,
How the fuck is Clover so young?
yeah. I bet through her smile was enough to break your heart.
Anyway,
Back to here. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others.
I gotta betray Dio a couple times.
We have to?
No. So I think we actually do play the AV game here. I don't remember for sure though.
As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Luna the auxiliary I found in the queue room. She quickly prepared it and...
Squippy. Oh.
Oh.
Right in the boob.
Ejected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Timmy just said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He looked the small boy. He took a small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. And then I heard popping and cracking as he was crushing his hand.
I want your hand,
I could
boy.
see tears in the corner of his eyes as he turned away from us.
I'm actually no necromancer. I'm gonna use your body.
I need your succulent young body for
When I'm-
science.
When I'm done with this one, we're gonna switch bodies.
Suddenly remembered. Dio. Dio! Where had he gone? It took me a long time to find him. Oh! He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink.
Where do they keep finding these handcuffs?
Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned,
Oh,
we went to check on the bomb
right! Duh!
Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Fi to see she was doing the same thing.
Don't worry about it, Kay.
If that is your real name.
It's not.
So you admit it! After that, we head to the Florida warehouse to play the AV game. Specifically, me, Fi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Timiyoshi decided to remain in the infirmary just in case something happened with Alice and Quark. Or Dio.
Or Dio. You know, just in case.
Yeah. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default. Which left me find Tenmyoji.
Mm-hmm.
You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
I mean, you're Han, so I'll let it slide. Well, that doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round fight.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Hey, I think I might actually try and betray her.
Would you?
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Okay. I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah. I trust you.
I trust you, Fi.
I had
Betray, we're all gonna die.
I trust you at the start.
Shall we open the doors?
An ambidex gate has been opened.
I would like to imagine just Dio who wakes up. Whoa,
remain
hold on. They opened the door without me.
Closes.
Get me out of here. I gotta choose Betray. I don't even know who I'm voting against, but I have to betray them.
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier. But then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Never had this
Okay.
problem before.
Let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please.
You know, we decided to come vote, but fuck that, you know. Don't have any, don't have a 3DS with us or anything.
Hold on. I just remembered something. The
What?
AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Hey.
Connie's body was in there.
Hi. Very friendly.
What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
She's a state of both.
Fine. You will decide its fate.
Schrodinger's cat thing?
Exactly.
Wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
So,
Perhaps she
Pilot,
was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet. The
Huh?
history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, that's impossible.
I mean, we both know that it's not. It is possible considering what we.
We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AP room. There was no body.
So this actually happened to Akane almost exactly in the first game.
She has a history of dying.
Yeah, she has a history of dying and also not being dead. So the second AB game or second Nonary game, or the game that you play in the first Zero Escape rather.
Yeah.
It's happening simultaneously with the events of the first Nonary game, where Akane is a child. She's seeing both at the same time through her own eyes and through Junpei's eyes. Whenever Junpei makes a decision that goes against the true ending, the Akane that is in the future starts having a fever and starts to disappear.
Yeah.
And we didn't go through a lot of those, but
Yeah.
the big one was the safe ending where we go back and find Akane's just disappeared, and Zero comes on the intercom and she's like, "Where's Akane? We lost, whatever." And Zero's like, "No, you haven't lost. I have lost." And that's the Zero has lost ending.
The biggest hint that it's actually Akane.
The biggest hint there.
Yeah. Okay.
So for this one, we know in at least the yellow and magenta door endings, Akane is dead by the time we open the first AB rooms. But we don't find her in the AB rooms in the cyan door. So where the fuck is she? And
No,
is she
we haven't
alive?
opened the box.
Or is she dead?
We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me.
Don't use the map of Skyrim as a coaster.
Yeah, we need to find the...
If we ever decide to go back to Mods May. Oh, fuck, it's June, isn't it? Shit! We just missed it again.
What if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting
I
for
was
us?
playing Skyrim mods.
In another
Yeah, you're
time?
playing Skyrim with mods, but...
Or what if she's waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean?
What does anything mean, really? Man, we still have one more big twist that we haven't gotten to.
Oh, have you already saved her? Have you gone to the...
No. Shh.
Hold on.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah, we died. Bad ending.
New destination has been added to the flow chart.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a coincidence.
Oh, okay. Where to now, I wonder?
There's that one.
Hey, look where we're at.
Huh.
Chris,
you got one?
I don't know, can you?
Thank you.
You know what, maybe we should go through some of these bad endings, you know, just so
No.
we get the full story. Okay.
No, fuck that.
We'll do that on our own
Do
time.
you wish to jump?
Nick got it.
Ah! Ow. Ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode.
Put the box away. It's okay, you did.
Wait.
Never mind. Welcome back.
Where the hell am I? Looks like an elevator, but...
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
Yeah! Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AV room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory? Who's that hot chick and why was she about to stab herself?
I remember everything. I was in a suit of armor.
I remember! You're fine! Fido! She grinned.
Siggy!
What?
I really wish I could see her smile.
It's a red pear. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game?
Check your buttons.
We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AV room.
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How'd you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
We didn't learn how to do this until after we got out.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Yes, you. Wait a minute. If you're right.
Yeah, Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
Well, looks like time to kill Dio.
We're here for one reason.
To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Let's move.
This is
We
the
need to
first
get
time.
out of here fast.
Well,
Don't need
first
to tell
time
me
for
twice.
Sigma.
Let's go.
Alright, we need to seek a way out. Here you go, Pilot.
Ah, piss. Oh, wait, that's right, I can't. We need to look there. This is our path, remember. Repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password for the safe should be the same one we got earlier. Now, hurry up and open it.
I love this mechanic.
Remember the password for the safe. Figured it out last time.
R1.
Oh. So, star moon. Oh my god. I can't believe I did. First try, baby.
Good
Fuck
job,
these
Pilot.
puzzles.
Good job, Pilot. You beat a puzzle.
Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker? Ah, damn, I meant key.
How the fuck?
What the hell? Just shut up and do it.
I love Fi so much. A crack.
Boom. Speed run
Oh,
this
speed
bitch.
run this bitch!
Dude, no need to yell. God.
I honestly wonder what the speed run for this game looks like, if it even exists.
Ready, Fi?
What do you think?
I know. Why do we need to ask every time, right?
Why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and...
Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8.
1! Done!
Alright, use your super jump. Hey, you push the button.
Bite me. You were taking too long. We're on a schedule here.
You found it!
Woo! First time! There you go.
Technically, it is first time. You ever think about that?
Yeah, take.
Oh, do you think you're gonna get to the best ending?
What do you mean? Yeah, we're doing the ending tonight.
Yay!
Fine, I climbed up to the hatch and down into the top of the AB room.
We're doing everything except maybe the extended cut.
The what now?
Don't worry about it. It took us only a moment to spot them. I'ma get you.
I got it!
I'ma get you.
I'm stabby. The hunter was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in the right hand. Shit!
We finally get this part.
There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled on top of the AB room. She falls. Fuck! Ow! The fire wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fire! What the hell are you doing? Get down here and...
No.
Before I could finish, she moved.
Yeah.
She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Parkour!
Blah! Drop kick Dio in the fucking head!
Fuck!
Man.
What the...
He's fine, just unconscious.
Aw, that's no fun. Went down and held my finger in front of his mouth. He was still breathing, and
I
then
don't
jammed
think
in
he
and
saw
forced
me.
him to throw up.
He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
So in the Cyan timeline,
He had it coming.
in the first round, Dio allies. Perhaps it's because there's no proof for this, but perhaps it's because he gets knocked out here, and so he's suspicious. He wants to play it safe. He's like, I don't want to draw any unwanted attention to myself because someone knocked me the fuck out and put me in the game without my knowledge.
Oh. I looked up.
Hello, pretty MILF.
So you came.
I guess you're more like a gilf.
I've been waiting for you.
Huh?
You're here to hear the rest, right?
Yes, the rest of the termite story. Go.
Wait, just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we had joked just now, you
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes.
yeah, it hurts.
that
I feel
reminds
everything
me,
in every other
I
timeline.
haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes.
I mean, I
Indeed,
guess you
I
could say
am.
that.
I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Well,
Then
no.
what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you gonna let him do it?
Well, let me explain.
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired,
Remember
from the
this
slingshot of your
explanation
brain,
because it is actually
it
very
travels
important for the
past
third game.
the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
So,
What the fuck?
so basically, so you remember how in the first game, the experiment going on was to send Junpei basically back in time to help Akane, or vice versa, whatever you want to,
Yeah.
however you want to handle it. It was just their consciousnesses, like literally just their consciousness interacting with each other, like a phone call, sort of.
Yeah.
This game has it go a step further, but as she explained, the consciousness only basically think of a radio. The radio of your mind is very limited. It doesn't have enough wavelength, so to speak, to go as far back. So Radical 6, if you remember, it slows the processing speed of the mind.
Oh yeah.
So since they were infected with Radical 6, it slowed down their brain, so then when they were put in danger, it speeds back up and it goes above and beyond what it's supposed to.
Which
You
is
can
how,
just take my.
Which is how it
toe out.
manifests.
Yeah, which is basically like Sigma and Five's ability are way beyond anything that Tenmyoji and Clover and Akane had. And that's so you remember, this is actually something I didn't remember, and so when we got to it, the explanation for why Clover can't use her abilities. She said she ponders for a moment. She says, maybe if there's a more powerful, a stronger Esper around, that could be causing interference. The stronger Esper was both Phi and Sigma. Whoa.
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't
Thought
you
you would
remember,
figure it out.
Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course.
Robots can't get
Unfortunately, it was
diseases.
necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies 4-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I get it. I think I finally understand. Bitch, you cray. Okay, there's a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Phi and I could jump through 4-dimensional space with our memories intact.
Cool. Thanks for giving us superpowers.
Yeah, but why?
Oh,
Yes.
oh, you're not even prepared for the reason why.
But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this.
No, they haven't.
I mean,
Not yet.
let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide.
Have they, though?
I've died, so has Phi. So have you.
Everybody dies at least once.
Yeah.
Well, I think except for Luna. Out of technicalities.
I mean, she decomposed.
Oh, no, Luna dies, actually,
Yeah.
because the antimatter bomb.
How would you know this? What does it matter that Phi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is, why? What's so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
What?
What?
Just when is eventually?
I don't know.
Future not very far from now.
Bullshit! That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now?
Because I'm a Kane motherfucking Kurashiki.
Except Andrew Connie knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
Mind now. Time to die.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject!
But it's
I'm going
almost
to take...
time.
Oh, it's nap time.
talking about?
It's 3 p.m. Time for sleeping.
You got plenty of time.
I'm an old woman now,
No.
Sigma. Surely you
In a
understand.
few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be.
Uh-oh.
Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
Sup?
Lagomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
And then,
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right. Correct.
Just like
I
wake
will
him
move
up.
him.
Just like, hey, Quark.
I will also
receiving
put
a new
your
friend.
bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Well, okay. We didn't even solve it this time around,
why
so.
do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
Here you go. She gives us the knife.
Pulled something out of her pocket.
It's the knife. She stabs us.
The small key attached to a string.
Hey, Pilot.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
We've had this key all along. What's this say on there?
Tufui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Hey, I remember that.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with this?
So we've actually heard that phrase
Meet
twice
someone
now.
who's
Hey, so I'm trying to remember.
We've heard it once in English and then once in Latin
Go.
in
Return
two separate rooms.
to the future.
Huh.
You
Do you
won't
remember where
be
either of them
alone.
are?
No.
Okay, so the
I
control
will
room was
be
the
at your
English.
side,
It was on the
watching
screen.
over you.
Oh.
hurry.
I don't know about the second one.
Second one, well, just don't worry about it.
To be continued.
And then we die.
New destination added to the flowchart.
Are you hungry?
A little.
A little? Alright. When we're done with this, we're gonna get food. All of us together.
Yeah.
We gotta finish the AB game. Oh. So it looks like we allied. Sorry, Pilot, I guess I lied to you. We don't get a vote in this AB game.
Oh.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
Eh.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Quick, check our
Do you
bracelets.
know what happened at the AB gate?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but...
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
And we decided to vote betray.
Jennifer met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Yeah. Got him pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I remember all right.
Guys, what are you talking
Hey,
about?
what are you guys talking about?
Shut up, Quark. Oh my god!
Top
Ah,
over.
hey,
Back
ow!
among the conscious and
A
not
sexy
the
ghost!
huh? Yeah, thanks.
Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
We need more. We all are infected. You guys are fine, probably, but the rest of us are probably gonna... I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action.
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay. Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Whatever. Forget about that. Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is...
Is Alice in a
open the number
swimsuit
9
any
door.
different than
What she's in there.
she's usually wearing? Yeah.
Get your bracelet.
Is she in short shorts? 'Cause I think she's in like capris pants.
I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP. That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
Man.
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours. We've played the AB game 3 times.
That doesn't make sense.
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
Man, wouldn't it have sucked
And now all of us have enough to leave.
if, like, Dio, Sigma, and Phi were a triplet? They're like, oh man, these guys died because none of them were awake to vote. I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all our BP past 9? Well, was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Actually, yes. Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. Yeah, so the big thing is, since Akane doesn't die to start off with, Tenmyoji isn't suspicious of everybody. Alice isn't suspicious of everybody.
We're all a lot more friendlier to each other.
Yeah.
Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? We'd all joined forces against Dio. Phi and I had been able to disarm all of them. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond.
Peanut? Peanut M&M?
Wait, are they peanuts or pretzels?
Peanut.
Oh.
Pretzels are more round.
I admit.
It would be somewhat ironic after all the team had plans with bombs that forces all to work together against them. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you?
No?
Death was unavoidable. Sacrifices had to
What do you mean it was
be made
unavoidable? It was
for the
completely
sake of
avoidable.
the project.
Come on, let's go!
Death is
Let's
completely
open the
avoidable
door and
as long
get
as you
outta
send your
here.
consciousness back in time to prevent Akane from dying.
Wait.
And then remember all
Let
4
him.
bomb passwords, as long as the locations of all 4 bombs. And get them all, you know, whatever. You get
We decided to leave Dio behind.
Fuck
Fuck
'em.
this guy.
Alice was the only one that she complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors, but after I mentioned they come back to investigate after we escape and deal with Dio then, she reluctantly complied.
Guys, there are people out there with probably metalworking tools that can just tear down this door. It'll be fine.
Alright, let's get going.
Wait, I have the stupid key.
But what is a stupid key for?
Don't worry about it. Sigma forgot. Man, I have a hard time remembering shit that I did.
Wait, so
like an
everyone
hour
had
ago.
9 points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody had 9 points.
Oh.
Everybody allied
Yes,
3 times
just
or
get
so.
on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down.
The number
Dio
9
wakes up now.
door
Oh,
has been
son of a bitch.
It will remain open.
He like
for
looks at his wrist and
9
he's like, no, I even have 9 BP. What the fuck? Guys, let me out.
Everybody, let's move!
Oh, fuck. Dude, come on.
I don't need to tell them twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked sort of like a large plate on top of a huge pedestal. I ran to the center of the plate and turned around. Number 9
Guys.
door stood wide open.
2, 1, 0. The number 9 door is closing.
kind of expecting Dio-san just to sprint through the door.
He's missing his hand.
No, like it closes, then. Damn it! Ow!
I cut my hand off for nothing.
Has closed.
It's like a perfect imprint of Dio on the door.
Fucking cartoon.
This ends the Nonary game.
Runs into the wall, Looney Tunes style.
Please let me out.
Thank you for your participation as the game is.
We did it, fuck boys, yeah!
We're getting out again.
Again.
No, this is our second time. Escaping.
Yeah. Who's on the elevator?
We're all like below the screen, you know? We're just like off screen there. Remember, this is a 3DS game from 2012, so I mean, like, they had to choose their assets where they had them.
Or let go.
Don't worry about it.
I will. I want to.
Because don't worry, we're gonna get to play this third game today, and you're about to see what they have for assets.
Yes.
So, third game, I'm just gonna...
Don't.
No, it's not spoilers, but it has fully animated scenes.
Oh.
Yeah, so everything except for the, like, the escape rooms are this style, like the cutscenes are in this game.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are fully animated.
We should keep
Okay.
moving.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Beyond the door was a wide hallway.
Come on, Master
And a
Chief.
very solid wall.
Oh my god.
It's a very familiar looking door.
Sigma and Luna making love, just like, okay, Luna, can you do the thing? Alright. Hello, Master Chief. Good to see you again. Yee! like Sigma. It's because I'm stopping because Pilot's being stupid. She's pretending to be Cortana.
Okay, but why?
I don't know. People have Cortana fetish. Sigma has a Cortana? I don't know.
Robot
girls?
I thought they were gonna reference somehow she was voiced by the same person.
No.
No. Push it open and went in.
Open the door. Stop having it be closed. Hey, Five, let's see.
No, it's like, can you do the thing? Alright, she starts making rabbit puns.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside and consequently to the virus from getting inside. That means that if we want to go out, we have to decompress, so we match the outside air pressure. This room here is where you prepare for going into the actual pressure exchange room. You see all those suits along the wall?
Whoa! Hold on a minute. You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
That's fine.
Are you smiling at that? Yeah, that's what it seems like. Of course, according to Connie, we were all already infected with Rack 6, so the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they?
No.
No.
That's not possible.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now.
Where's the key to your suit?
There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
All right.
Oh, we can't go back for it or anything.
Yeah.
Unless lifts up ankle.
Shut up.
No one else objected. We all donned the protective suits and headed downstairs to the decompression room.
Did a puzzle like this once.
Yeah, as soon as we were all inside the process. So my helmet could still hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We stood there for several minutes waiting for the process to finish. At least it did. At last it did, and we heard the door begin to open.
Alright, we just walk out of here. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it.
Are we on Mars? The dead
No.
Greek landscape wasn't a surprise for me.
We're not on Mars, Pilot. I'd seen it before in another timeline. The others hadn't, however, and although I couldn't see their faces through the visors of the helmets, I heard more than a few gasps over the radio. For a few long moments, we just stood there, astonished.
Where the hell are we? The desert, I guess? I figured that out. I mean, which one? I don't know, but...
I think Tenmyoji knows.
I think I know what day it is. Look at the moon. That means today's the total lunar eclipse.
The blood moon arises, Link.
So? Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge? Well, the next eclipse like this was gonna be on December 31st, 2028. So... Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week? I think so.
Yeah, a week or so. Wherever we were must have been pretty far away from any city. The air was clearer than I'd ever seen it. And the stars, the sky was so full of them, more stars than I'd ever seen in my life. I could even spot the hazy arm of the Milky Way. But the most striking feature was the moon. It was blood red and massive, much bigger in fact than I remembered it being. Then, as I watched, a black spot began to move across its surface. It was hard to see details, but it looked circular. The spot continued to move across the moon, headed for the right edge. Whoa, what was that?
The moon. Well, the moon's shadow, actually.
The moon's shadow? I frowned. That didn't make any sense.
Zero told me to stay quiet. I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation. He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. He'd kill Quark, too. And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me. Just so I could see her. Such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with this. I meant what I said before. That up there is the moon's shadow.
What the hell are you saying?
Think about it. If that's the moon's shadow, then what's it falling on?
Come on, let Scott think.
Oh, they're on the moon?
So, Pilot, the moon turns red during a lunar eclipse from Earth. Why is the Earth turning red?
Yeah. It's not the red moon you get from a lunar eclipse. Then again, this isn't a lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse.
Yeah,
Oh.
Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon covering the sun.
What?
No way. If that's the Earth, then where the hell are we?
Come on, Sigma. Think it through here.
The moon, of course.
Duh!
How did he put that hat on with the helmet?
Shut up, Pilot. This is the lunar surface. Obviously, I actually fucking almost gave this twist away back when we did the Dio ending because I were like, oh look, it's the Earth, and I was like, fuck.
We were just inside a moon base.
Yeah.
No way. No, you've got to be lying. How do you expect us to believe that? This can't be the moon. Yeah. That's pretty ridiculous.
God, we haven't even gotten to the biggest twist yet.
How did Dio get to the fucking moon?
Pilot, what year is it?
Besides, if this was the moon, how do you explain the gravity? The moon only has 1/6 of the Earth's gravity.
Yeah, how do you explain the gravity? Obviously, we'd know if we were suddenly 1/6 of the weight we were on Earth. You know, we wouldn't be jumping around like superheroes or...
Or flying and kicking Dio in the head.
So what's this?
So nobody has ever tried jumping?
Besides Spy.
I figured it out real quick.
She's a smart one.
She picked up a rock and dropped it.
See? That looked perfectly normal. Yes, it looked that way.
Luna?
You were right about the gravity in a way.
How are you? Why? You don't need oxygen.
Well, I suppose I
So, I'll let them explain it actually, but this is probably the dumbest part of this game, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Just listen. Alice, you were infected with Radical 6. Then we gave you the Excelavir, which cured you. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though. Some of its symptoms stick around for a while.
What symptoms?
Well, Radical 6 can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6. It can take a while for your brain to get back up to speed. Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed. If you evaluated the root of 1/6, you'll get a number close to 0.408. That means our brains are running at something slightly less than half speed. As you said before, the moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's. The time that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square root of the gravitational acceleration. Since the gravity is lower on the moon, that means the time increases. I guess that's a little technical. Let me give you an example.
So basically, if you drop a rock on the moon, it takes longer to fall to the ground than if you would drop it on Earth.
Yeah, I already got that.
So combine that with Radical 6, which lowers our brain's processing speed. Everything's still going at normal speed, but we perceive it as going faster than it actually is.
Ah.
Say you drop an apple from a height of 4.9 meters. It will take approximately 1 second to hit the ground. On the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which would be approximately 2.45 seconds. I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely, but it could be anything. The gravity constant is, well, a constant. You could drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same. Does that make sense? So
No.
now we've established that on the moon, things fall root 6 times slower than they do on Earth. That being the case, what would happen if someone's brain slowed down by root 1/6? To them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. 4.9 seconds would feel
So
like
basically, thanks to the slowdown of her brain, we think it's still falling at the same speed.
Yeah, the being on the moon feels no different than being on Earth for them, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not
Except obviously it's not, because they can jump higher. And the only one to realize that is 5, because how often do you jump, Pilot? You don't do it that often.
Fair
That's
enough.
what's been happening to every one of us.
Wait, you're saying that's the reason we didn't notice the weaker gravity?
It's such a dumb coincidence.
Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back. Huh? You and Sigma and Phi said something about it in the lounge. About how you felt weird.
It's kind of like my body isn't really sort of floating. Like that.
Oh. See what I'm saying about what Luna said made sense. In fact, it explained Phi's apparent superhuman strength quite well. Whee!
Yeah, so Phi isn't actually superhuman. Remember that, though,
Drop kick!
because it's important in the third game.
Wait, this is crazy. That can't possibly be Earth out there.
It's red.
Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth, and it's blue and green and beautiful. That thing is just red.
I'd sooner believe we're on the moon of Mars. Like, come on, it looks like Mars. Right?
Before we get into that, I should probably tell you something. This isn't New Year's Eve in 2028.
Yeah.
Today is January 27th.
Ah, okay, so like a month. We've been in there for like a month, Pilot. You know, a month and 2 days.
29?
No.
Nah. Oh, no.
Don't tell me. 30?
You know, like a year and a month. It's fine.
Still no.
And just what year is this?
Any guesses?
No.
69!
2074.
No, I wasn't too off.
Whoa! He'd been asleep for 50 years?
This twist starts early, but it's honestly just Clover is literally put in this game to be a red herring. So they start talking about this so far back.
No. That's insane. That means we were abducted more than 45 years ago.
I don't blame you if you don't believe me, but it's the truth.
How can you be sure?
It's not that hard. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074. Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the 27th for a long time. That's just science. Nobody can change that.
But why is the Earth red?
That's a longer story.
About 45 years ago, on April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors operating in various parts of the world.
Hey, remember that?
13th,
Oh, yeah.
all 18 of them went up, all at the same time. The explosion was about 180,000 times as powerful as the atom bomb they dropped on Hiroshima.
Holy fuck.
I
Why?
suppose it started a few months before that. The government had a test site for a future Mars mission out in the middle of Nevada.
Hey, I remember that.
31st, 2028, there was an accident. Well, accident doesn't quite convey the right sense of the thing. The point is, Radical 6 claimed its first victims there, then escaped. Didn't take long for it to spread to the rest of the world. Like Luna explained, the virus slows your brain down, but eventually, it also makes you kill yourself. Pretty soon, the bodies started to pile up. Some people would take a dive off a building or shoot themselves in the head. You know, the classics. But for some, it was poison,
the classics.
fire, or asphyxiation, or the noose. Plenty of people jumped in front of trains or cars. One pilot on a passenger airline drove his plane into the ground. Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast. That meant food couldn't get distributed, and thousands of people who weren't even infected died from starvation. Everywhere you went, there were just piles of corpses, covered in flies and rats and crows. I don't know what hell's like, but I imagine it's a lot like that. After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected started trying to get in touch with one another. They got a hold of some radios and organized a couple meetings. There was only one thing to discuss, of course. How could they get rid of Radical 6? The answer, they decided, was purification. They figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth, and that'd kill the virus off for good. On April 13th in 2029, they put their plan into effect. That plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors.
Huh.
Now the truth is, that's mostly just rumor. Nobody really knows what happened, but I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected, and when they died, they took billions with them. The ultimate if I die, you're coming with me gesture, I suppose. I'd bet you money they'd all lost it long before they got to the reactors. Killing most of the world, no matter how bad things had gotten, was not a sane plan, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth.
Do you remember how many?
Anyway,
A lot.
why
The number?
isn't that
No.
important?
Okay.
Point is,
Do you remember how many people Thanos killed?
Half
Half the population. So you know how many people there are on the planet, right?
I'm guessing wiped out half the population.
So okay. There's currently about 7 to 8 billion people. Thanos killed 4 billion.
Yeah.
They said this earlier, so this isn't a spoiler. Radical 6 and the ensuing chaos killed 6 billion people.
So a virus and people did a better job than Thanos.
Yeah. Although Thanos wasn't trying to kill anyone. Everyone, I should say.
No, he was at the end.
At the end, yeah, but
And-
he didn't.
and the original comics don't
He succeeded. He killed one person. He killed Tony Stark, and that was it.
And then he died.
So, and then he died. Yeah. So, past Thanos is kind of a bitch. Point is, it happened. You heard of nuclear winter? Well, that's basically what we got. The explosions threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere where it joined with smoke and ash from all the fires.
It blotted out the sun for 7 years. Plants withered, animals died by the billions. The few humans who were left banded together to survive. They were rough times. Eventually they were over, though. The sky cleared and the sun came back. Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to reappear. Things weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now, but there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air. That's what you're seeing. You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing. Blue and green light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air. Red light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty. So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's the only color of light that can make it through the atmosphere.
Huh. Now I'm thinking about... Remember last year when like all of the Northwest turned red? That's literally what happened. Only across the entire Earth in this game. This fictional game.
Yeesh. What can I possibly say? There's no reason for Timiochi to lie to us. So we're standing on the moon, looking at the Earth, 45 years in the future. It was 2074. But why? Why were we there? Why were we then? I was so lost in thought, I barely noticed Fi's approach.
She's just like, hey. Hey, loser.
Hey, Sigma.
Hey,
I
Boo.
think I figured something out.
A window popped up on the inside of my helmet with Whisper in the corner.
Discord whispering.
She seemed to be using a circuit only we could hear.
Man, it sure would have sucked if Dio had used that earlier.
I figured out why there's an extra E.
Extra. Oh, yeah, that thing.
Oh, you mean the graffiti?
Yeah, the one on floor B. I think it's an anagram, just like on floor A.
I still have to figure.
God damn it, Sigma! Knock it off!
That line could just be used to encapsulate the entire game.
I like to think like she's doing the hand gesture and everybody's wondering, what are you doing?
The man on the moon rules the infinite time. See?
Is there still popcorn in that bucket?
No.
No.
Man on the moon rules the infinite time.
So they stuck an extra one in 9th.
Or they could just do Infinite Tim.
Man on the moon rules the infinite time.
I think it's a message for us from Zero Senior and Akane. Remember what she was telling us?
We created the AB project for one purpose.
Oh.
To transport the consciousnesses of
I get it.
Oh, please tell us, Pilot.
those two people.
The future can send information to the past before all this
What?
and stop it.
And stop the oh, shit, you think so?
I'd like to think so. Is that wrong?
God, you're slow. You don't get it? They're saying we rule the infinite time. Infinite time. They weren't just talking about having us jump a couple hours. I think they're planning to send us back. Way back.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you think they're going to send us back 45 years?
Yeah. I'd bet on it.
So the ultimate purpose of the AD project is to send us back in time to that catastrophe Tenmyuki was talking about.
Yeah.
I think so.
That doesn't make sense, though. I mean, it came from that time period before it, actually. So why bring us here and then send us back?
Because you have to.
Well,
Make sure you
You have to
Akane
let
should
it
be
go.
able to tell us the rest.
Yeah.
Let's go pay her a visit.
Just gotta find her, you know?
You know where she is?
I've
You got the key, don't
got
you?
an idea. Come on, think. Remember what she said when she gave you the key?
Come on, Pilot.
Free Ego Eris.
The grave. The one in the garden.
Remember how there was just happened to be a shovel in there?
Come
We
on,
used
what
it
are
to
you
dig
waiting
up
for?
fucking
Let's go.
Is
peppers.
she just fucking hiding in the fucking coffin?
Oh, I can't wait for this!
Why would you assume that? You know? We turned and ran back into the pressure exchange chamber, the others following close behind. How did I fit in this suit?
Oh, so now that all the doors open, they can
Yeah.
get the key for him too.
We're going to have to talk with somebody.
You really need me to spell out? What's behind all this?
Deal.
What?
Take that as a yes. Let me accompany
How
you
did
there.
you know that, Kay?
Wait, why do you know about Akane?
I'll tell you when we get there. Now, if you please. I'm coming with you. You folks just said the magic word.
I'm going to then. So am I.
Why would Alice and Clover decide to come with?
Is this
Well, where else are they gonna go?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty obvious with Clover.
Yeah, I guess Clover would care about Akane.
You're serious?
I feel like Alice would definitely be the one that's like, I guess I don't want to be left alone.
Shut up! Just shut up! Come if you want to. We don't need to do roll call.
We don't need to, but we're going to anyway.
Once we get there, Akane can explain everything.
She's in the grave.
That we head back through the airlock.
Don't.
And then she comes out there.
Oh, thank God!
I forgot to poke holes in that.
Why would you want to poke holes in that? All you're gonna get is dirt.
So that explains why I didn't.
So that explains how I died the first time around.
No, you got
why-
stabbed.
Fuck! Why couldn't I just hide really well?
Dio's
No,
on the other
she
side.
died.
Oh, thank God! You came back for me!
How did you? How?
Wait, was that an option the whole time? Was everybody just being dicks to each other when they left and they didn't come back?
Yeah.
Wait, was that really?
But anyone, if you didn't have 9 points, you couldn't go through anyway.
Well, no, because the AB
Door
game's
on
over.
floor A is shut forever once the game ends. Assuming Zero Jr. was telling the truth.
You want me to
of
fix
course.
this?
But the door on floor B.
Yeah, so the door on floor B, we never figured out what it was for. We always assumed it was just nothing. That's
Oh.
where they come back in.
Oh.
It's the PlayStation 5. It's at the other one. Thank you. What? What'd you do?
I'm laughing.
Your butt?
Yeah. Thought we might be able to take the lift to
You
it.
got little baby
It
legs,
looks
yeah.
like I was right.
I also have
Any
monkey
idea where
feet
Akane might be?
Yeah, the grave.
You mean the grave in the garden?
How'd you know about that?
Yeah. Don't worry. I don't think she's buried there. Or
Oh, I want to talk about this real quick. So the reason that Tenmyoji's vote changes is probably because he's an Esper. He still has the powers he had when
Yeah.
he was younger. Yeah, I just want to point that out
I'm guessing it because
the game-
Sigma didn't manifest yet, which is
Yeah,
how
yeah.
he was able to use his.
Well, okay, so they talk about this in the first game, is that Junpei has an unusually strong connection with the morphogenetic field in the first game. So it's also possible that Clover's stronger Esper that she's referring to could be also referring to Tenmyoji.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
Just in the grave.
You know,
With an oxygen tank.
probably fine.
Anyway, let's move to the garden.
We gotta go to the garden. Take me to church.
No, we're going to the garden, not
The
church.
bee garden. It's for the burial garden. That's what the B stands for.
For the bitches.
That's the bitch garden. Yeah. All right, time to unearth this.
Is Akane really under here?
Well, I guess we won't find out until we dig it up.
What should we do? Are we gonna dig her out?
Are we really gonna desecrate this grave for money?
I don't
Of course I am,
Oh, the keyhole!
dude.
I realized that. The keyhole in the grave. If I just insert this here.
Can you imagine if he'd just done this during the
Yeah.
garden? And he's like, hey, wait, hey, you know, I have this weird key. This has been on my ankle.
I twisted it to the right.
Obviously, I've been able to feel it this whole time. Oh, no, I guess he wouldn't have it, because he only has it in the Cyan timeline, where he goes back and saves Akane.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, because Akane gives it to him.
But he still has been in the garden in the Cyan stuff. Alright, look at that. It's the Zero treatment pod.
It doesn't look like a coffin.
Yeah, it's a treatment pod.
Oh my god.
It is, isn't it?
Glass on the cover had frosted over, making it
Opaque.
opaque.
Non-see-through.
You couldn't see who or what was in it.
It's Clark, again.
Let's see what's inside.
It's another.
Oh my god.
Grab the hold. Don't worry.
Grab the hold lever on the side of the pod.
No good.
Oh, come the fuck on!
What?
Treatment pod TP00. Stage 1 defrosting complete. Stage 2 will be complete in 10 minutes.
So we gotta wait 10 minutes to figure out who's in the fucking pod.
Is complete. The
Gotta get
lock
Akane out of
will
here.
automatically disengage.
Alright, cold sleep.
What?
These pods can put people into cold sleep. Freezes them. Uses something called CAS to freeze human bodies without destroying their cells.
So, Ms. Akane's like an ice cube?
Her name is Miss Kurashiki,
And we
but yes.
gotta wait till she melts?
Something like that.
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay? Specifically, why do you know Akane?
How do you know?
I remembered
What do you remember?
everything.
He has access to the
I was
morphogenetic
born
field.
and raised in this facility. It's called Rhizome 9. A rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots. It makes sense, doesn't it? This facility is a little like a rhizome. Supposedly, that's why they call these installations that. The number comes from the facility's number. There are 54 rhizomes on the moon, and this is the 9th one. Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew
54
up here with
divided
Akane
by
and
9
Zero Senior.
equals...
I watched them create the AB project.
9.
The
No.
AB project?
What?
Yes,
6.
its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least, to the past.
Back 45 years, right?
Yes,
So, you want us to change history, huh? Go back and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding. That's our mission?
well, not exactly. It's true
What do you
that the
mean?
ultimate goal of the project is to keep Radical 6 from spreading to the general population.
But you gotta go
But even if
a
you
little
do make
further
it
back.
You won't be able to do much. By now, it's already too late.
Too late?
What do you mean?
Let me begin at the beginning. You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this, but that's not entirely correct. They only followed the histories they'd already seen. It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake. We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary. By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps. We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories. The puzzles were also there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension. That was the reason for the puzzles. Your infection with Radical 6 was also a vital part of our plan. By slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential. With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life or death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
Oh.
Wait, hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about Sigma and Phi, but what about the rest of us? Why did you bring us here?
That's simple. In earlier histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9. We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably not a good enough explanation for you. In a sense, though, it is the truth. Our primary goal was to replicate history. The rest is... Yes, I suppose I should explain. Very well. I will try and do so in a way you can understand. First, Alice and Clover. They were abducted 45 years and 1 month ago, on December 22nd, 2028. The location is Earth, of course. More specifically, Los Angeles, California. Correct?
They're from LA? Motherfucker.
After being
from
kidnapped,
Cali, baby.
their bodies were sent to a facility.
That makes
under
sense for
Connie's
how they're
direction.
dressed.
You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep.
Not for Alice.
4 months later, you arrived at this facility. The date you finally arrived was April 14th, 2029. Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were placed in long-term storage. Does that make sense?
Are you telling me we were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't you fucking get that the first time?
But why? What do you need us for?
You
You
are
should
an
be
escort,
happy to be in the
aren't you,
future.
Clover? I mean that you are able to access the fourth dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking. As I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past. Espers are able to sort of resonate with one another, which can amplify their power. You understand? And this
They
is why we
touched,
brought you
they touched
here.
on this in the first game.
What about me?
We need
Fuck
your
you.
help,
We
Alice,
simply tagged
to
you along.
deactivate Dio's bombs.
Huh? But I didn't do anything.
But you did.
Not in this timeline.
In another history, you were able to perform prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind.
You're the only
You
person in the
did that
world
sort
who
of
can
thing.
do math that quickly.
Because of your feat of mathematics, we were able to determine that Dio had planted the bombs. Then we were able to question him and get the password for the number 31. Finally, we used that information to stop the bomb in this timeline. Without your help, Alice, we would have been reduced to nothing more than so much space dust. This history exists because of your presence.
Alice is like, well,
Now,
okay, I didn't do
let me
anything.
explain why we needed Tenmyoji and Quark. Tenmyoji is simple. We needed you for the same reason we needed Clover. You are able to access the fourth dimension. Almost half a century ago, you used that ability to save a young girl, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here. All it took was a messenger.
Do you want to see Akane? If you do, come with me.
So we needed as many espers as we could find, but for some reason we didn't choose to bring along Snake, Clover's brother. Because, fuck him.
Mostly because he was missing out.
I was a fool.
We need
Fell
someone.
for it.
We need two arms, you know. We can't have the same twitch
But I
slice.
hate odd numbers. An odd number of arms would not be
Yeah, I know.
acceptable.
I guess you were worried about leaving me alone, huh? He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
I'm sorry, Quark. If I had been so
Quark doesn't
stupid
have a
and
reason to
selfish,
be here.
none
He's
of
just
this
there
would
because
happen.
Tenmyoji wouldn't have
Never
come
thought this would
otherwise.
happen. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, don't worry about
And
it.
this is further evidenced by the
Hey,
fact that
maybe
Quark
come
is
with you.
like asleep
I
for
thought
most
the
of
moon
these
would be way more
histories.
interesting than boring old Earth. What kid would turn that down?
We didn't
So
see
what the fuck is
messenger
Quark
after we got
Quark
off the
to
ship.
him now?
What is
It's on
Quark to him?
autopilot.
He's just a kid.
As soon as we
He's
got
just some
in,
kid he found.
and headed straight for the moon. During the trip, Zero
So remember,
adopted
this
son.
is a time. This is a history where 6 billion people died. If Tenmyoji encounters just a baby on the street, it's much more likely that it doesn't have a parent. So he's just gonna adopt that shit. Okay. He's also mourning Akane because he hasn't seen her in who knows how long, and so he just needs something to get his mind off of it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So Quark is literally just some kid he picked up off the
Then there
street.
was a bunch of that white smoke, and we passed out, and when I woke up, I was in the AB room.
Now, Dio. His real name is Left, and he's the leader of a terrorist organization called the
We actually
Myrmidons.
know quite a lot about
He was
why
ordered to
Dio's
come
here.
here. The Myrmidons are under the control of an organization called Free the Soul, which is in turn controlled by a man known as Brother. It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6 into the general population 45 years ago. Do you remember what Phi mentioned earlier? The ultimate purpose of the AB project is to change history and keep Radical 6 from being released.
So we gotta kill Brother, okay.
That would be bad for Brother and his organization. Our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward. That is why Brother sent Left, his trusted lieutenant, to this facility. They needed to stop the AB project. So, Dio was given 2 tasks. The first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project. The second was to join the AB game and win it. If Dio won the game, the AB project would not be completed, at least not in that timeline. In other words, in that world, the project would have been stopped. If things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan. If you cannot murder Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9. Hence, the bombs.
Can I ask you something?
Perhaps.
How did Brother know about the AB project?
He was also an Esper.
Oh.
We can set Brother aside for now, though. May I proceed?
No, we can't.
Sadly, we don't learn, like, anything about Brother other than what we've already learned, so that's really fucking interesting.
That
I'm sad they don't
explains
touch
everything,
on that in the
save
third game.
Luna and myself. Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna.
Luna's
I
a
don't
robot.
believe I should
so
reveal
how
any
about
more,
that?
however. I think it would be more appropriate if you could ask Luna yourselves at a later time. Would that be all right with you, Luna?
Luna?
Yes.
Okay.
As for me, as I said before, I was born and raised here. The rest of you were brought to this facility, but I've never left. That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
Hey, I've been wondering, who is Zero Senior?
You've already met him, Sigma. In another timeline.
Yeah, well, it's all hologram.
Just some old dude.
Still don't know who he is.
Stage 2 is complete.
Okay, alright, calm down. Don't give it
Calm
away.
down, calm down, Kristen.
Yeah, don't give it away.
Unlocking.
It looks like
Alright,
it's
we're
finished.
gonna...
Shall
Alright,
we?
Akane, let's get her out. Let's open the pod. Let's get Akane. Shut up. Stop making him think.
All of us gathered around the pod.
Alright. Glass was still covered in frost, hiding the contents. Zero's
Okay.
unboxing stream. Here we go.
Let's get started then. Ready?
I laid her hand on the lever and looked around.
You know, Pilot, something makes me think between Kristen's excitement and the fact that they're not showing us who's in the pod.
That's not.
Maybe it's
Akane, is
it's
it?
not Akane in there. Maybe, I don't know.
It's Zero.
All right.
Anytime.
Yeah.
All right,
Here we go. 3.
It's the rabbit.
Kristen.
Motherfucker, he is alive!
I'm gonna kill him. Just open the fucking pod, guys. It's empty.
What?
Oh, hi there.
What?
Oh, hi.
What?
Suddenly my head was full of memories from other timelines. I'd seen something like this before. The warehouse of Floor B, in front of the white door. Kay was lying in front of me. I grabbed his mask and saw my own face? I'd never figured out who he really was. Why was there a man with my face underneath Kay's armor?
What the fuck?
It didn't make sense. After I'd seen him, I was injected with turbocurarine, and that was the end of that. But wait, if the person in the pod was the same person I'd seen on the floor of the warehouse, who was wearing Kay's armor?
You finally noticed. Didn't I tell you? You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you.
No. Oh my god, you're...
Yes, I am.
So, Pilot, Schrodinger's cat, eh?
Kurashiki.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
So let's
It's you.
So let's theoretically, let's go back real quick. So we're here. We've saved Akane's life. She puts Dio in her escape pod. She's put Asleep, Phi, and Sigma back in their escape pods. So what does she do from there? Well, she's alive. She doesn't have to die and be put into the AB room. So she goes to Kay's AB room. She takes Kay out of the armor. She puts whoever that person is in the coffin, and then puts on his armor. In the Cyan timeline, Kay is not Kay. Kay is Akane. And there's very, very minute differences in Kay's dialogue.
Yeah,
Probably the most notable is the fact that at one point Kay asks Sigma if he's interested in Clover. Almost like, I don't know, some sort of old woman likes her ships, you know?
oh my god!
Don't worry, we haven't even gotten to the best part.
Oh my god!
June, I mean, Akane, from, like, your own.
You're old?
Yes, that's correct.
That's what happens that's what happens when 45 years pass.
Time, Clover. Or
Thank you, asshole.
Junpei.
Junpei?
Akane. Long
Yeah,
time
of
no
course,
see.
Clover.
I could barely hear what they were saying.
Why am I in the coffin?
I'm
Why am I
more
in the
focused on me in the fucking pod!
Felt like all the air had been knocked out of me, and it was all I could do to not collapse right then and there. Also, how'd you open that suit of armor?
So that's why Kay killed Dio.
How long?
Just out of pure anger. For killing Akane.
No. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Kay
I thought it was
is...
because he viewed him as a mother.
No, that's all... Yeah, nothing has changed with this reveal. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So... Akane is, as we learned in the Kay timeline, Akane is the old woman that went to the facility, and whoever Kay is, he'd lived there his whole life, and she was, his mother figure. That's
And
totally fine.
St. Junior and Zero.
So the only thing that changes is once you go through the Cyan door, then Kay stops being Kay and starts being Akane.
Huh.
Yeah, basically.
Do you remember
Let's keep
when
going.
the two of you saved me in the warehouse?
Hey, yeah.
Once you saved me, you went back to your future. Well, your minds did at least.
You
I
kind of
carried
collapsed
your
on the
bodies
floor,
to the
and I had to
third
carry
AB
you back
and
in.
then took
Fuck
Dio's
you all,
to
my
the
back is killing me now.
After that,
I would think that'd be because you're wearing a giant suit of armor.
Borrowed Kay's armor.
So by the time you and Clover came out, you'd already...
Yes.
Yeah.
I killed her. What? Wait,
Clover's like, what? And then she starts to fade away.
I don't feel so good.
Dio killed you, and then Luna took your body to the 6th room. You couldn't have been in Kay's armor.
No, it was me. In this timeline, at least. In this one, I wasn't murdered by Dio. You two saved me. It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Your actions in the future
Out Schrodinger.
decided who
Don't
would
bitch.
be inside the armor in the past.
Huh. That's nuts.
Alright, what about the other history? The one where you weren't saved. What happens then? Who's wearing the armor?
That's quite simple. The man in front of you.
Him?
That's correct. Whenever I'm not in the armor, he is.
What about the memory loss?
For my part, I confess that I lied. He, on the other hand, was telling the truth. Large doses of soporil can cause memory loss.
Yeah, so
I gave him a
basically everything we learned in the K
dose.
timeline from K himself was all true. whenever Kana is in the armor, she's basically acting her ass off to act the exact same way that Kay would.
I gave him an ungodly amount. Like, I'm surprised he isn't dead right now.
Well, checks his pulse. Okay, we're good.
Oh, wait. Okay, we're fine.
So, who is he?
Isn't
You've
it
never
obvious?
seen him before?
No.
What about the rest of you?
Dumb kids.
I have no idea who he is.
I've never seen him before.
I'm sorry, what?
Either.
Total stranger.
Come on, what are you guys saying?
Dude, come on.
Right here. Same face.
Eh?
Me?
Are you alright, Mr. Sigma? Did you hit your head or something?
Eh? What? It didn't make any sense. Why didn't they recognize me?
Sigma, your consciousness can jump through time. You can inhabit your body in the past or in the future.
What does that mean?
Don't you get it? You've jumped to the future. From 45 years ago.
Pilot, remember that? So how many pods did we have? We had 3 pods, 3 in the treatment room. So how many? So who was in them? So we've got
Clover.
Clover was one. We got Alice is the other, obviously.
And then we have Fi.
Fi was also taken. But wait. But then how did we get here? A pond. I ran to it and threw myself down onto my knees. Crawling on all fours, I approached the edge. My heart was hammering inside my chest. A cold sweat trickled down my spine. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down, damn it. I struggled to take deep breaths. Then slowly I peered into the pond looking for my reflection.
Motherfucker! What? This can't be real!
Hey, Pilot, remember in the Quark ending? This is probably the most damnable evidence. You know, Dio's going through the number 9 door. We're grabbing onto him. We've got him by the ankle. He says something. Do you remember what he says to us?
No!
Oh, this is just so good. I have to, let's just save right here. Let's just jump back to that just real quick, This is so good. I want you to hear the line again. Let's just let's jump over to this other save file I've got here. Okay. Come on, give it a head. Yeah! Alright, Quark, where are you at, Quark? So I can't jump there. Is it that one? No, it's right there. Now let's jump back. Dio. Open the door. Alright, we remember. There's a way for us to survive.
Hey, what the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I? What? Shit! Stop screwing! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission...
Sigma, stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
Alright. See you later, Dio. That's what we want me to remember, just him laughing.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
Why would he call... You know, we're like a college student. Why would he call us that? Such a weird insult.
God damn it!
Oh, that's... You know, that's so weird that he said that. You know, and, you know, there were a couple times when Fi was like, oh, your eyesight's starting to go, huh? And you know, Fi was, you know...
Yeah.
It's sprinkled in there. It's sprinkled in there. Everybody, you know, references the fact that we're old, but nobody ever says it. You know, there's no reflections in the whole facility. Can't possibly be real.
It's your face,
It's
Dr.
your
Sigma
face,
Clem.
Dr. Sigma Clem. Oh, speaking of which, you know, hey, remember the Luna ending? When she's like, I love you, Doctor. And, and there was that other thing, you know, you never figured this out, but I gave you this. So the password on the computer, the ID was Luna's ID, but you remember the password? It was Milky Evoli. Backwards it spells...
I love Clem.
Clem?
Zero. The master.
That's his last name, Sigma Clem.
AB project is you.
Zero Senior.
Sorry, did I forget to mention that we've been playing as Zero the whole time?
It's not possible! That's bullshit!
No, but this is... Pulls out a knife.
Fighting it isn't going to do you any good.
Oh, we're at the end though. That was basically the biggest twist you got. I'm not a doctor. You will be.
I'm in the field of genetic engineering.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. You created him. Well, I suppose I should say you are going to create him.
Oh, there's stuff I still want to talk about for this game, but we can't until the end of the third game.
Your clone.
So K stands for both Kyle and Kurashiki.
Yourself. 23 years ago, in the biolab here in Rhizome 9, you created Kyle. Well, I suppose for you, that's still in the future. When I said I was born and
Violet,
raised here,
you know how our arms were fucking mechanical? We don't remember that happening. Oh, wouldn't it be more likely if we were like 45 years older and, you know, a whole slew of events happened in the meantime?
Would cause his bones to be weaker than normal human ones. But you prepared for that.
You know, we prepared for that. We gave him a suit of armor to protect his bones.
Ever since he was born, he's lived inside of it. It kept his
This is actually a good point. So, under the lower gravity, space travel is really hard because you have to keep your muscles and bone strength up. And so, if you ever become an astronaut and you're in space, you gotta exercise like all the time. Why would I, future me, create a clone?
Spare.
You know, just in case.
Before the project began, he would take your place.
So the idea between the clone was actually twofold. Not only was he a participant in the AB game, but if Sigma had died,
and B stood for after.
Young Sigma could send his consciousness forward to his son's body, is basically what she's saying.
Means anima, and the B means body.
I thought it was after and before.
Is another word for the soul, or the consciousness.
God, it's like the first game with the number 9. It had so many meanings, but now we've got the second game. It's just AB everywhere.
Will go into the future body, and the future consciousness will go into the past body.
No.
Switch. That was the chief goal of the project.
Wait, so the future person goes into the past person? Yes, there's actually an old Sigma back in your college body. He's having the time of his life.
He's been fucking a lot of girls.
He's been getting some massive puss. Hey, you remember this thing, don't you?
It was you. you who investigated
Oh,
the garden in this timeline.
Hey, so looks a little different now that you've got some context, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's probably gonna explain it. I was gonna explain it, but
Yeah.
let's let
Sigma,
Akane do it.
Take a good look at this.
Take a good
It's an
look at this
illustration
paper.
of the time jumps your consciousness is making.
Mm-hmm.
A is where everything began.
So that's
December
No, by
25th.
no. You're not paying attention. A is where it begins. December 25th, when we get kidnapped by young
You
Akane,
inhaled
probably.
white smoke in your car and lost consciousness. From there, you jumped to B.
B
January
is today.
25th, 2074. You woke up in one of the AB rooms in Rhizome 9. You are in your own body, but it is 67 years old. Your consciousness has jumped 45 years into the future.
You're 67, boy.
That may explain why you didn't notice the reduced lunar gravity. The body you
That's
woke
why
up
Sigma
in
doesn't
was much
remember.
older. Normally, you would have noticed that your muscles were much weaker. In this case, however, the lower gravity balanced that out. Moving on. If you continue along this
There's
line,
absolutely no other way that he could have noticed that he was in an older
you'll
body.
reach C,
So between
January
waking up
22nd,
and today,
2074.
2 days passed. So they
That
spent
is
2
today.
days in the AB game.
Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying
Remember,
it's been
because
2 days
time is
since
slowed
we
for
woke up?
them.
Yeah.
36 hours to be
They're
exact.
probably starving.
Have you already forgotten? You were all infected with radical 6.
You gotta remember
The
these
virus
things,
slowed
Spy.
your brain
I'm an
down.
old woman,
So yes,
and I have to talk really
36
slowly because
hours
I'm not
of
infected with
real
Radical
time
6.
have passed. But to you, it only seemed like 14 hours and 40 minutes. Now
You know what that
comes
means,
the
though?
important
All of
part.
the clocks
After this,
on their
your
bracelets
consciousness
were slower than they
returned
should
to
have
the
been.
past.
So they weren't actually
You
telling us how many
emerged
minutes were going, it's how much we
deep.
perceived the minutes.
April 13th, 2000.
So now we have to go somewhere else.
You will return to your younger body.
But that's the same day as the reactor explosions.
Yes.
You're not paying attention, pilot!
That is why I said it will be too late.
Yeah, so now we get to jump back.
You will return to the past, but the events you would want to prevent will have already happened. The story does not end there, however. The line
We
continues.
have a whole other third game to do.
After reaching point D, you will eventually return to B. But this time, you won't be jumping through time, or at least not at a rate faster than normal. Your consciousness will spend 45 years inhabiting the same body until you reach point B. Do you remember when B is, Sigma?
January 25th, 2074. According to what you just told us, it's 36 hours ago.
Correct. That was when the consciousness of the 22-year-old Sigma jumped into the body of 67-year-old Sigma. So where did the older version of you go when you took his body?
Point A. December 23rd, 2028, the day all this started.
Yes. His consciousness will go back in time 45 years. For a period of time, he will inhabit your younger body. While your younger consciousness is elsewhere, he will be you in the past.
Getting pussed and fucking hanging out with the bros. I mean, he's gonna get pretty shit-faced.
But once that body reaches point D, my 22-year-old conscious will come back from point C.
That's correct. When that happens, The older version of you will be ejected.
Don't worry, this will be
from your
more. This will
younger
make
body
sense the farther
and
we get into
return
it.
to your body at sea.
So it's rotating?
Yeah, basically.
Rotating. I suppose you could put it that way.
It's Russian
But
roulette,
look at this
sort of.
illustration
In the
closely.
sense that every time you die, you get
What
brought
if
back
you
to life. And
take
vice
all
Okay,
versa.
these
hang on.
lines
Basically
and
this.
Okay.
untangle them, you get one single line.
Hang on.
It may look
Okay.
complicated,
That makes
but in
sense.
truth,
Yeah. Okay. So here's Sigma. Here's just his life. Once we get to the point where he gets kidnapped,
It takes a while.
his mind travels through time to B. This is the start of the AB game, and we travel through it normally. We get to this point right here, and then we're going to go back in time right now to point B, which is in April of 2029.
When the reactors went off. Yeah.
And then 45 years, he's just gonna
Dig around,
live for 45 years. He is gonna get older, and now he's old. That consciousness is going from
B.
point B and switching with his younger self.
Okay.
Now back at point A,
And now it's going to go to point.
and then he's going to point E, which is something.
with one
Hold on, before you
exception.
go on, I got to pee.
Okay.
I'm holding this in. Holy shit.
Just gotta get back to the past. Samurai Jack.
Alright. Is you having popcorn while I went through this whole entire clusterfuck?
Oh yeah, I'll get some popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank God we actually do have some. Okay, I'm gonna let it play now.
Alright.
It's back. Boop. This line here at point E, right?
Exactly. Point E is December 31st, 2028, the day of the total eclipse.
The day Radical 6 got out of the test facility.
Yes. By now, you've likely figured it out on your own. The purpose of the AB project was to get the consciousness of the 67-year-old Sigma from point B to point A. If we can do that, we can change what happened 45 years ago.
So the older version will keep Radical 6 from getting out.
I mean, that's the plan at least.
By jumping into my 22-year-old body on New Year's Eve 2028.
Yes, that is why this line could not be interrupted. In order for the 67-year-old version of you to reach point B, we first have to go through point D. In order to get to point D, we must jump from point C. And for point C to happen, we had to recreate everything that happened in this facility. That is why we have faithfully retraced history up to this point.
We took 45 years, but we built this facility exactly as you remember, not one thing out of place. And that is why Luna has gigantic boobs.
Wait, what?
She looks over, and suddenly Luna has gigantic boobs.
I don't think that's accurate. Tell me one thing.
Sigma, you were the one that designed Luna.
You said that point C is January 27th, 2074, which is today.
So then...
There's going to be a jump, and I'll jump to April 13th, 2029.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Wait, April 13th. So, that's when the reactor goes off, right?
But
Imagine
still...
that was just a really late April Fool's Day joke.
Very soon.
You gotta jump real soon,
Yes.
boy.
And what's going to trigger it?
We need potential energy stored to send your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Fortunately, we now have plenty of that. Thanks, ironically, to Radical 6. All that remains is to launch your consciousness.
You gotta
Like
go,
a
my dude.
bullet from a slingshot.
Like a bullet. From a...
And how do you propose we do that?
Didn't I tell you? A crisis. A moment
That is
of
why
balance
I have
between
this
life
stabbed.
and death. That can
That's what's gonna happen,
jumpstart
isn't it?
your brain.
I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer
You
move.
haven't figured it out.
You don't remember that I have this thing? Oh, shit.
Dio's knife.
What do you have?
No, I'm sure with the words out of my mouth.
No!
Bye! I screamed and leapt towards them. And Connie was already in motion, the knife diving towards Five's chest. I was almost there.
Blech.
When I regained consciousness, I was on the floor. God, he looks really weird now. It was a dull pain in my chest. I felt for a cup, but something was in the way. I didn't even realize it was a Kanye's body lying on top of me. Well,
Tenmyoji just watching it. Son of a bitch.
Twist my neck to look around. Nearby was an old tombstone. On it was written a few words in Latin.
The end.
What you are, I was. What I am, you will be. So this is when he's supposed to die. But that's it? That's it.
Did I do a fucky wucky? Hey, wait a second. We didn't see Akane at 22 years old.
Huh. That's...
She didn't talk at all. Weird.
Yeah, almost like it's gonna happen, you fucking liar.
What? What? Why would I ever lie to you, Pilot? Almost like I've made a habit of it in this entire fucking game. I like how none of the other people put it together that that Kay and Sigma were the same, because they're wearing the same clothes. Like,
yeah.
Old Sigma definitely did it on purpose, that he would wear the same clothes that young Sigma got kidnapped in. To keep up the ruse, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah! So many lions eating so many suns. It's symbolic, you know, of that.
Can you fucking stop?
I know, I cannot. I have zero chill. Zero chill. Sigma, help me take care of this baby! So, I think I can probably finally talk about what happens in the third game. So even talking about the concept of the third game spoils this game significantly. Kind of like how this game kind of would spoil the first game, but a lot less so. The third game is just an ultimate conclusion to the whole story, and sorry, I guess I'll. Oh, no destination. We did it.
What?
What? Oh, I guess I was lying. There's more to do.
Just the Star Trek man just holding his mouth in surprise.
No, I gotta go headquarters.
Oh.
Gotta jump.
Those are good words.
Today is April 13th, 2029.
You can tell it's the past because everybody's 2D cutouts again.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have any news to read. All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6. So have my... Excuse me. I've managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks. It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day. I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Man, the cameraman was on point there.
Stared at the TV. The roar of the stag seemed to fill the entire room until the click disappeared too.
Yep. Had the power gone out? I heard footsteps behind me and I turned around. You! Snake Eater! What's up?
Akane.
Well, man, the credits spoiled us!
It looks like the first step was successful.
What the fuck? You
killed me!
Killed?
Yeah, technically you're going to kill me 45 years from now, but still!
Hey, no need to be rude about it.
What? Babe, I'm about to fucking send you to the past.
I still wanna acknowledge this fucking brilliant bit of lore here, because like the first game was all 2D cutouts, and the second game is 3D models. So now that we're going into the past, we're slightly better, but it's still 2D cutouts.
I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of the knife. You're fine.
I stabbed myself.
I'm okay.
Yes.
Obviously.
You and Fi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only... Yes, I only told you about you, but we also needed Fi to jump.
Hey, look.
You know what happens next, right?
No. We go to the moon.
Correct.
No. Wait, yes?
We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions. You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment
Chew
pods.
with your mouth open.
Sorry.
Please.
Alice and Clover, right?
Yes.
What about the third one? Who's in there?
Fi. We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago. She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen.
Volunteered, yes, absolutely.
That wasn't the Fi who jumped from Point C, though.
Yeah, so all of this, it's completely separate from what Fi's been doing.
It was Fi before she jumped from Point A to Point D. In other words, she was following the same path you are, and she still is.
That means that after you froze her, the Point C version of her jumped back into her body?
Yes. The Point C version of Fi is sleeping in that pod.
So basically what Fi does is that Fi is just some rando. She goes and volunteers for this, treatment, whatever. And she goes her body goes forward in time. Everything she does, she goes forward in time. However, she jumps back in time to now,
Okay.
So her mind, she remembers everything that happened.
But her body's still young
Now her
and
body
hot.
is, yeah, her body is still young.
She'll stay there for the next 45 years, sleeping in ice. Correct.
Sorry. So that's why she didn't look old. Why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
Because Sigma, she like
can't
starts
do
bonking
that.
him on the head. You haven't been paying attention.
Why not?
Figured it out? You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project.
You gotta do it, my dude.
At Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence
You know,
programs
you
among
have
other
to.
disciplines.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
none of this
you will
happens,
be
and you
unable to create
probably
Kyle,
cease to exist.
Luna, and Lagomorph. And, of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets. You will also be the person
Jesus!
who
Now I know
summons
why
Tenyoji
he's such
and
a.
Quark.
He's a.
Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project
He's got so much work to do, my dude.
January
And prom
25th,
is tomorrow.
2074.
Oh well,
You
no,
will defrost
not
Phi
prom.
and
That
carry
that got
her
blown
to the
up.
third AB room. Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from point A will force you out. And you'll just go back 45 years to your own body on December 25th, 2028.
No, that when I got fucked over by you!
And then I change history? Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
Literally billions.
Only you
You ever
and
seen
Phi
that
can
movie
save
Infinity
them.
War? It's that times like 2.
What about you? Aren't you an expert too?
Why can't
I
you do
can't
it?
do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
You know, this seems like needlessly complicated, Akane.
So what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
I just told you!
Like, what specific action do I need to take?
You already know.
If I jump to a point A, where are we going to do that?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
What?
sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't
You're
know
a
how
liar.
Radical 6 escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
Ah, crap. Then we're screwed.
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds. We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility. Things will be difficult, and I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait, how do you know it's so dangerous?
The 67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps. There was one point, a woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms and your right eye.
What? My arms and my right... But I have those, don't I? Oh, shit!
What the fuck? Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building.
We should probably move. Well, there were the, that's the annihilation reactors going off.
Moved slowly to the window and peered outside.
I used my robot hands to fucking...
On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly towards the sky.
Jesus, my dude.
Right. Will we really be able to change the course of history?
Well, the fun thing is, we've basically determined that there is a timeline where we fail already. So...
No, that was the
I
wrong
mean, think about it this way. Yeah.
Be a question. I had changed history. We could save the world.
We could, or we could fail.
I'm going to change history. Stared at the darkening sky above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. Goes there. Aw, damn! I failed again.
Who else but Zigba? Anyway, time to go back.
Endor begin. So that's the premise of 3?
Yep, that's the premise of 3. So 3 takes place in the Nevada test site in December 31st, 2028.
Okay.
Man, how the fuck did I get through this so quickly the first time through? It's taken like almost 10 whole hours more than...
I think it's mostly because I have to do bathroom breaks.
Maybe. Alright,
we're finally done.
No, son.
What?
We still got one more thing to do. So actually, this is where the game ends. Definitively. However, like a month or whatever before the game was shipped, Ushikoshi basically was like, well, I think it ends on too dour of a note. We need to add one more scene. And so that's what the rest of this is. So if we ignore the rest of this, that actually makes the first 2 games kind of fit together pretty nicely. This last scene is probably the weirdest scene in the entire series. And I'll explain it once we get into it.
Where?
I see you've finally woken up, Kyle.
Kyle?
Ah, yes.
Oh!
Hey, we get Kyle's voice.
Of course. You've only just woken up in this timeline. It's only natural for some of your memories to be missing.
Let's jump right. Jumped out of the bed and ran around the other side of the partition. The beer over the sink was covered with a film of dirt. I wiped it off with my sleeve, and my reflection stared back at me.
You couldn't have done that? Sigma couldn't have done that the first time around?
There's no mistake. The reflection belonged to...
Kyle Klein.
Dio!
So, I'm Dr. Klein? Zero Senior's clone?
What? How do you know that? Shouldn't you still be suffering from amnesia?
An excellent question. One I didn't quite know the answer to myself. I knew who Kyle Klim was. In another history, he had been called K and had worn a suit of armor. He hadn't just worn the armor in that history, though. Apparently, he'd worn it all his life. Kyle had been born and raised in this lunar installation, which seemed to be called Rhizome 9. Rather late in his life, Akane had appeared as a mother figure, and he had consequently grown very attached to her. I knew everything about him, but even though I knew it, I didn't feel it. Was I really Kyle Klim? Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw his face. The spitting image of Sigma Klim in his younger days. I looked down. There was Dio, still handcuffed. I turned back around to Luna.
What day is today?
January 27th, 2074.
Today is the last day of the AB project. Akane has explained everything in the garden. And she drew a knife and attacked Phi. How long have I been asleep?
About 5 hours in real time would have seemed like a little more than 2 hours.
So they still haven't been treated for their Radical 6?
Been given the antiviral. It just takes a while to have an effect.
I see. So the consciousness of the younger Sigma has gone back into the past. It should have happened right after Akane attacked Phi, right?
Yes.
Why am I here?
The doctor carried you back here. You were in the pod in the garden.
So the person you call the doctor is Sigma Klein, as inhabited by his age-appropriate consciousness.
Yes, but how do you know that?
I'm just that fucking
Dio
good,
seems to have
baby.
remained unconscious.
Yes, I've been administering Soparil whenever he gets restless.
Good.
What about the others?
They've all gone off to different areas. Tenmyoji and Quark, for instance.
Oh, right! Mr. Klein!
So the sleepyhead's finally up, huh?
What are you two doing here?
You don't know where we are?
This is the upper floor of the pressure exchange chamber. The real one.
Mm-hmm.
We were just about to get dressed and head out.
You plan to return then? To Earth, I mean.
Yeah.
Sigma told us where we could find the shuttle that brought us here. Well, guess he's not really the Sigma I knew anymore. He's Dr. Klein now, or Zero Senior, depending on how you look at it.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I'm just curious why you would choose to return to a devastated planet when you could stay here.
How's staying here gonna help? You aren't gonna say something idiotic about how we should wait here until Sigma changes the past, are you? You can't wait for something that's already happened. Grammar doesn't work that way. Hell, nature doesn't work that way. You following me? We've already lived through history. Sigma failed to keep the virus from getting out. About 45 years ago, Radical 6 created a pandemic, and the antimatter reactors blew up. That all happened. Whatever Sigma does in the past, history's not gonna change. In fact, it's because of what he did, or didn't do in the past, that we've got this past and present. Let me give you an example.
What?
Imagine a group of 100 motorcycles driving down an endless freeway. Eventually, they hit a junction. The road splits in two. One freeway continues off northwest, and the other stretches out to the northeast. So one guy, we'll call him S, pipes up. "Let's go northwest," he says. So they take the northwestern road. But about a mile past the intersection, something horrible happens. A semi driving the other way veers into their lane and plows through the bikers. 90 of them die. The surviving 10 are wounded, but survive. They don't stop, though. They keep riding down that highway, and eventually they'd gone 10,000 miles. Then suddenly, something happens that they couldn't have predicted. S, who had survived, suddenly has his consciousness thrown back in time. He ends up back in his own body just before they reach the junction. He remembers everything. So what does S do? What anybody would do. Let's go northeast. That means all 100 of the bikers survive to reach their destination, happy and healthy. And they all live happily ever after. That's what you're thinking, right? It's a great outcome for the 100 bikers that went northeast. But what about the 10 that went northwest and survived the accident?
Huh? Wouldn't it be 9 people? I mean, S's mind went back in time, right?
Right. Okay, 9 people then. What happens to the reality they were living? Does it just disappear when S changes the past? It's not as if it was only bad things that happened during that 10,000-mile trip. Maybe one of them fell in love with a woman working at a gas station they stopped at and had a child. Maybe one of them picked up a homeless kid who joined them on their adventure. That 10,000-mile journey would be full of stories. Friendships, farewells, romances. The loss of those 90 lives is horrible and unfortunate. But what would rewriting their history mean? The 9 who survived lived full lives. How can it be right to just erase all that? The survivors overcame their own misery and loss and made the best they could of the hand they'd been dealt. Isn't that worth something? Isn't that the best thing that humans can aspire to? Is there really any point to a world where everything is happy? Are people who struggle for a better life just idiots? Being human is about fighting, even when it seems hopeless, and finding happiness, even in a world that hates it. Are you saying that's worthless? If you're saying rewriting the past will erase all these other timelines, then whatever God wrote those rules can Look, I'm just not going to accept that, alright? You get it?
If Sigma changes the past, then you and Quark will never meet.
Is he right?
No, it's not going to happen. We're here right now. This is reality. Even if Sigma does change the past, we're not just going to disappear or something.
Oh! Then that means we get to stay together? Good.
Thanks, kid.
Yeah, fuck the future.
So basically, what he's saying
Why
is...
you want to return to... You have lives there, I imagine.
So basically what he's explaining is that no matter what happens in the past, everything's already happened. Like, this timeline isn't going to magically disappear and everything's going to go back to normal.
Yeah.
It was to cause a different timeline to happen.
Another branch in time.
Another branch in time, yeah. So this timeline sucks, but it's not lost forever.
Eventually.
There are likely people waiting for you.
Right.
Also, we're almost
Have you
extinct,
already said
so
goodbye to the others?
got a lot of
Bye,
fucking
Luna,
to do.
Alice, and Clover all saw us off. We told them we'd see him again someday, and then came here.
They were the only people you want to say goodbye to?
Well, no point saying anything to Dio.
Besides, he's asleep. You were asleep too.
Sorry, but we didn't really know much about you.
You have a point. Akane was in the armor in this timeline, after all. What about Sigma?
Well, he's not really Mr. Sigma anymore.
Of course. He is Dr. Klein now that his consciousness has returned.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it would be the same person,
He's the
just
guy
a
who
lot
brought us all
older. He
here.
hasn't seen you in
Got a lot
forever.
of warm feelings there, you know?
And Akane?
Never mind her. She's just like him. Not the Akane I knew.
Aww.
She must have seen some pretty awful things over the years. Hell, she might not even be human anymore. But the Akane Kurashiki I know isn't here. She's not anywhere.
So where's Santa?
He probably died.
In the end,
Ah.
Clover and I were just pawns. Pawns to be used and then gotten rid of. Still, it's not like we're completely resentful. We had to be here to help change the past. That part's easy to understand. But
Kinda sucks, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sigma and Phi have it easy. They get to go back to December 25th in 2028. They'll stop the Radical Six and save the world, and then they'll have a nice, normal future to look forward to. In other words, they get to go back to Point E and just enjoy history like it was supposed to happen.
But we don't. We're stuck with Point C as our starting point.
You told us about Tenmyoji's story, right? The one with the motorcycles? It would be like if Alice and I were kidnapped right before the intersection. Then whoever grabbed us takes us to wherever the bikers are going, 10,000 miles to the northwest.
Don't get us wrong. We know why we had to be here. Without us, S's consciousness wouldn't have been able to go back to right before the intersection.
If that couldn't happen, then the fate of those 90 dead bikers would be sealed. But
it's still not the best situation for those of us left in the Northwest. We're stuck in the reality where the 90 bikers died.
are we just supposed to go live on Earth? It's a wasteland now. And what about our friends and families? We left a whole world behind 45 years ago.
Even if it is for the greater good?
It just doesn't seem fair, does it?
Yeah, it's a little bit much.
So we went and talked to the old lady.
She told us that there is one way.
One way we could get back to the past.
Let's say you do go back to the past.
What?
Wouldn't that cause your minds to get thrown back here? That seemed to be how Sigma and Phi's jumps worked, at least.
Yes, you're right.
But this is different.
Different? How so?
From what she said, it sounds like there's a way we can send our bodies back in time, too.
That's ridiculous. It would create a paradox. How could you have two Clovers and two Alices at the same time?
But that wouldn't happen.
Akane says there's a way around that.
How on earth
We
does
never
she plan
figure
to do
out
that?
what this means.
Schrodinger's?
Cat.
We never figure out
Oh,
what
hey,
they
Kyle.
mean by that.
Figured you'd come here eventually.
That's fucking
Where's
dumb.
Dr. Klein? Luna said you were with him.
He said he was tired, so he's off resting right now.
He went
There's
to
a
sleep.
bedroom at the end of the hallway.
He's an old man.
He's in there if
He's
you're curious. Oh, right. He told me to turn on this hologram projector thing when you showed up. Want me to start it?
Sure.
Glad to see you. There isn't anything in particular that I have to tell you. However, I imagine there are a great number of things weighing on your mind. I'd love to answer all your questions, but unfortunately, my circumstances make that an impossibility. I hope you can forgive me.
We didn't have time to animate a whole other person, so we're just going to use the hologram again.
I have instructed her to answer any questions anyone might have. Anyone other than Kyle, that is.
What does he mean, other than Kyle?
Who knows? Is there anything you want to ask?
Oh, right, well, I guess I may as well cut to the chase. Just who are you, Phi?
I'm not Superman, that's for sure. And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or a merman or a wolfman. I'm not a Brahmin or Kamen or Ramen. I'm not a Cayman either, so you really don't need to worry about anything.
Did you know Fallout
Please
reference?
don't dodge the question.
No, she's referencing to what she said earlier.
About 5 hours ago, Akane attacked you with a knife. That triggered something which sent your mind back to the past, correct? Specifically, you were sent to Point D, April 13th, 2029. On that date, your body was already in Akane's custody. Although by then you were in cold sleep. You wouldn't have regained consciousness, but your mind was now inhabiting that body. That pod was your home for 45 years. You slept there, frozen, until the time was right. Then on January 25th, 2074, you were finally thawed out, even though you didn't wake up. Still unconscious, you were carried to the AB room. That was when your consciousness changed bodies again. A version of you from December 25th, 2028 arrived, pushing you out and sending you back to December 25th, 2028. This is when you finally woke up. In 2028, you found and joined forces with Sigma, whose older mind was inhabiting his younger body. Together, you attempted to infiltrate the Mars mission test facility. Fortunately, your plan failed. The Radical Six did escape on New Year's Eve. That failure determined the path you follow. Instead of going along the line that branches out to the right from Point E, you headed straight to Point D. Point D being April 13th of the following year. That was the day that you made your way to Akane's hideout and asked to be put into one of the treatment pods. Another consciousness enters your body around that time from the future. It is, of course, the version of you that left your body when Akane attacked you in the garden.
This is kind of confusing,
This
I'll
caused
be
the
honest.
two versions of you to swap
This is like my
places.
third time listening
You
to this, and
moved
I
45
still
years
fucking...
into the future, where you woke up on the garden floor. That put you on the line that comes here. So if we discount the time you spent in cold sleep, for you, only 3.5 months have passed since that happened. That being when you were sent back into the past from the garden. Have I missed anything?
No, everything you talked about you got right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm kind of an unknown variable in this equation. You could think of me as a kind of X factor. It's taken me the last 3.5 months to understand it.
I haven't understood anything in the last 3.5 seconds. Could you please explain?
It's kind of like the relationship between classical mechanics and modern physics. Strictly speaking, you can't combine velocities with v1 plus v2. v1 plus v2 divided by 1 plus v1 times v2 over c squared is the
Oh my god!
Of course, the sort of velocities we encounter in day-to-day life don't come close to being c squared, which is the speed of light squared. That means that 1 plus v1 times v2 divided by c squared is usually going to evaluate to something pretty close to
Hold on, I gotta shut the
Shut
fuck
the
up.
fuck up.
dividing by 1,
Damn
it's
it.
usually okay to just skip that step and use v1 plus v2. You see what I'm saying?
No!
In most situations it works, even if it isn't technically correct. So you knew enough to get the stuff you were talking about right. As long as you stick to that, you won't run into any problems.
I don't quite understand.
I don't
In fact,
understand.
I feel like you're dodging my questions.
So was that what you wanted to ask about?
No.
You know what? Never mind. Fuck you.
What I really want to know is what happened between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028. You and Sigma infiltrated the Mars mission test site, didn't you?
Oh, I guess that's a...
Spoiler!
How did Sigma lose his eye and both his arms? And why was Radical 6 in there in the first place? What could a deadly virus have to do
These
with
are
the
questions that
simulated
might
mission
be answered
space?
in the third game.
Sorry, but I can't tell you that.
Why?
Because it would change history. There is a history where the virus didn't escape. That's the line that goes to the right of Point E. In that timeline, humanity isn't heading for annihilation, and Earth isn't red. The future is much brighter. But if I tell you what you're asking me right now, then that reality will disappear. You understand?
I don't. Why would all of that disappear if you told me what I want to know?
You're about to go back to the past, right?
The past? Don't be silly. I can't do that.
Then where the hell did you learn all this stuff? I just listened to you tell me a bunch of things you shouldn't have known about. You were sleeping in the pod in the garden. You just woke up. So how can you know all this? You know my past. Sigma's past.
I shall give you your answer.
Hi, Mom.
You are not Kyle Climb.
Nope.
Your is Kyle's, but your consciousness is not. Think about it. Do you really believe you're Kyle? Or could you be someone else entirely?
Then, where is the real Kyle's consciousness?
He was thrown out when you entered. Right now, in a manner of speaking. He has arrived at December 25th, 2008. His consciousness has gone in his body from that time. I doubt you know how much the doctor loves Kyle. He raised him on his own. Kyle is irreplaceable. Do you really think he would go back to the past and leave Kyle behind here? I know what I told the others, that Kyle was Dr. Climb's spare, but that was not his only purpose. Kyle's consciousness is integral to what we are trying to accomplish. This new mission begins on Christmas and ends on New Year's Eve 2028. Its purpose will be to infiltrate the test facility and prevent the spread of the virus. For this to happen, Kyle is absolutely necessary.
This is a lie.
And that is why he created him?
Yes.
So now that my consciousness has entered his body, the doctor has achieved his objective. Kyle has gone back to 2028 to participate in his mission.
Correct.
There's one thing that troubles me. Kyle was created before reaching point B from point D. That means his body did not exist on Christmas in 2028. Does that mean he has entered my body? Have we just switched places?
I suppose you could put it that way, yes.
That's ridiculous. What's going to happen to me? You telling me I have to spend the rest of my life here in this box, living in a borrowed body?
No, not at all. You can travel freely through time and space. You are an uncontrolled variable that entered our closed system. As such, the rules of this world do not apply to you.
I have no idea what...
Please don't try to play dumb. I know what you are. Surely you must know by now, too. You are about to go into the past and save the world. Phi and Sigma, even with all of his future knowledge, will need your help. Only you can right the horrible wrongs of our past. Only you can save the world.
There's no way I...
Yes, there is. You have to. Don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to know what happened in between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028?
Well, yes, I do, but...
Then you must believe. Reality is shaped by what we believe reality should be. If observation can change the motion of a particle, then how is it odd to think that human thought can shape reality? Your will can change history. The world will be reshaped into the one you imagine.
What?
Okay. So I'm gonna need to explain some shit, aren't
what
I?
I've told you.
Yes.
Only you can change history. Only you
Let me get to a point
can
where it stops.
save the world.
Okay, I think we're good. So, the person that we play as in this last part is not Kyle, as Akane said. A lot of people believe that it is supposed to be the player, so literally us. Akane mentions the fact that Kyle goes back to 2028, and it's possible that we have switched bodies because he doesn't have a body in 2028. So I was thinking for a moment there, maybe one of the players in the third game is Kyle, but he never mentions it, and that is false. So the reality of it is, the third game had a very troubled development cycle. It actually didn't get made, almost. So this game came out in 2012. Zero Escape games have historically done really shitty in Japan. They do kind of good in America. They've got a really good cult following here, but they didn't earn enough money, basically, to get that third game made. Fast forward 4 years to 2016, Patreon, there's a Patreon or GoFundMe or whatever, finally earns enough money. They're like, okay, we'll make a third game. And a lot of the concepts that get brought up here about the Nevada test site either
were forgotten
or don't get touched upon. So Kyle's not in the third game. I'm just going to spoil that right there for you right now. He is not touched upon at all.
Huh.
This whole ending where you, the player, control Kyle's body and go around to talk to everybody, like I said, it was implemented like the last month or two before the game's supposed to come out, and it was really weird. But yeah, that's Virtue's Last Reward. I mean, we did everything. Shut up. We're not doing the bad ends. We did it. We beat the game. And we can't fast forward. It's okay. I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Ow! I'm trying to pop my back. Stop.
The fucking slap as the bottle hit your tummy.
Ow. Ow. Oh, damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Oh, come on again!
No. Oh, it feels like my head's going to explode.
Yeah, you talk like an old man now. That's why I wasn't doing the voice for Sigma for so much of it, because I was gonna let you decide what his voice sounded like. If I did it, I would have given away the whole thing. Alright, do you remember the password?
Moon, sun? No, star, moon?
Star, moon.
Shut the fuck up, Vi.
The star, moon. Yeah. See? I can access the fucking field too, asshole.
So what are we doing?
Just want to see what happens. So you don't have to do any of the puzzle here, I guess.
Yeah.
I just want to see what happens, honestly. Oh, did you catch that?
What? You ask me every time you're going to do something, just hurry up.
I think that's actually the line that she gives in the original game because, we would have done other stuff, but
yeah.
This implies that if you do get the key first,
she remembers.
She also remembers. I don't know. That's neat. Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Thank you for joining us.
It's time. We're gonna turn the AC on because it's fucking hot as balls in here.
Yes, it is. Dear God.
We're gonna let it cool down. We're gonna get some food, and we're gonna be right back with Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. We're gonna meet all the new characters for the last game, and then everybody should die. Well,
not in this time.
Not in this timeline. Well, actually, this timeline didn't. How the fuck did that take us 4 hours? Jesus fuck, pilot. Jesus fuck.
Oh, and